please connect. So, my idea here... Oh, boy. Oh, we're loading in. Oh, gosh. Oh, I just realized my controls aren't... One second. Boom, 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 boom. I can move again! Oh, yeah, let me change the title. Title T. And let me get... Yeah. Tying up loose ends. Okay, get that changed. And let's delete that text. But yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of these, like... these loose ends streams, I guess, probably. Gosh, I've got nothing in my inventory. And in the process of all this, I'm definitely going to... Ooh, gosh, the poor CPU usage. I think there's too many things living here. What? Huh. Are my controls weird, or... Am I thinking something else? I don't know. What else we got in here? Leather, meats, high CPU usage. Dear goodness, that's a bad room to be in, apparently. Oh yeah, we don't have an ender chest in the base. I don't. Well, oh wait, we have one down. Yeah, I remember now. I don't have a disc in there. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my bearings. I haven't been here in a while. Let me eat. I just need to get some junk. Some basic, like, stuff, maybe. Do I have, like, some basic weapons lying around? Probably in here, right? I mean, that's a decent sword, actually. Yeah, I'll just take this garbage little pickaxe and... Got any, like, garbage axes or anything? I've got 9. Wait, no, those are kind of cool. Okay, just checking some stuff. Oh, you know what? I just realized some of the stuff I'd want is going to be down in the basement. So, the things I need to do is I need to get some wood, then get some more wood, then get some more wood, then get some more wood. I already emptied the ender chest. Where did I put all my stuff? Interesting lighting. So yeah, so we've got all this cool stuff. I'm kind of gone. But I want to finish all the projects so that I can move on to a new server. Basically. Like, dear goodness. This is one of those projects I wanted to finish. I should take some of Dan's coal. Yeah, I don't think Dan's going to be doing much on the server anymore, so I feel to an extent I'm free to just steal all of his stuff forever. I wonder what happened to that guy that kept coming into the chat and asking me quizzes. It would have been nice to see him again, though. I guess the thing for me to an extent is I wouldn't mind less quizzes. Yeah, I guess I'll wear those. Whoa! Mouse is dying. I think I might actually have to replace the battery soon. Sure, let's grab this diamond hoe. Yeah. We got plenty of diamonds. I don't really need to worry about breaking all of my stuff. Oh yeah, I have mycelium now. I'm gonna plant that somewhere and ruin the entire ecology of the place. Weakness potion? Oh yeah, let me just take some of this stuff that I might use. Hey look, a block of diamonds! I have ender. Yeah, I don't know what I want right now. One second. I need wood and stuff. Let me see if I can find some. Because I think if I recall... Actually, what do I have in the miscellaneous chests? Looks like nothing, really. Just some flint, because I guess this area is maxed out on flint. Yeah, so I'm going to need some spruce trees. Because I got to do some spruce planting, apparently. Dark oak, spruce. Yeah, we have, like, no spruce logs. That's gonna be a problem. Do we got any spruce leaves? Yeah, some. I don't want the flint. Oh, wait, that's birch. I don't want birch. Wow, is that all the spruce? Oh, I have more down here. But that's still all the spruce leaves I have. Oof. Oof! Oh, well, this axe is gonna go bye-bye. I need to finish this room. It's really ugly still. I just want this whole place to feel finished. I want it to be pure. Do I got any torches? I'm gonna grab some torches. Just trying to remember all the, like, the survival stuff. I feel like my camera is sinking again. Again. Better. A little better. Torches. Torches. That's not a common item. That's enough torches, I guess. I wish there was a button. Taking all but one item. Give me a second. They need purged. They need purged! Purged! Good. Good. Purged. Zoop. Did I just push... No. I thought I just pushed that dog into the nether. Ooh, there's something I need. Any wool? Ah! Guess I'm getting wool now! Don't mind me. I'll be okay. I'll get everything I ever needed. Eventually. Soon enough. Any spare wool? Come on. Gotta have wool in one of... Ooh. Yeah! 3 of that. Just like... Well, I'll take a little more. Well, yeah. Oh, wow. That's a lot of jungle wood. That means that's, like, pretty good for, what I want. Zoop! Let's craft me a bed, because I'm the only one on the server. I think, probably. Nobody wants to be my friend. Hey, Captain, do you have Minecraft? And I guess second question, would you be interested in playing Minecraft? Aw, look how nice my path almost looks, and then it doesn't look nice at some points. You used to. Not anymore. Wait, you used to have the game, but not anymore? Or you used to play it, but not anymore? Or you... I asked a little too many questions, I think. Okay, so... You're trying to play Minecraft? Is... Oh, I see. Okay, so I want to finish Tor's tree over here. Oh, that's what I forgot. I should have gotten some junk blocks. So... Yeah, if you want... you can join us on the next server. Because more the merrier. Now, of course, I'm hoping... I'm hoping this time around it doesn't get to this awkward thing where, like, we're all out on, Oh, I see what the problem is now. Uh-oh. Mojang! Just checking all these chests. That's really weird. I wonder what's going on. I mean, I hope you get it back soon enough. Oh, you know what? I need some shears. Well, I can make some shears. I'm gonna make some shears. I made some shears. Oh yeah, I forgot I already finished all the roots in here. Actually, that means I don't really need the birch. I just need the trees themselves. Or, not birch. Spruce. Oh, that's actually kind of neat. Ah, I actually do kind of really like how, from here, especially, how Will's place came out. So I'm gonna hit F1. Yeah, if you can get your password back and everything, definitely would allow you to join on in. Oh gosh, what a mess. I just remembered, I think like Tor bopped me off or something. And then he bopped me, and I was gone. Oh no, you know what it was? He was like placing something around me, I think. Are they still up here? Wait, I don't have feather falling. Oh crud, I'm gonna die up here. Yeah, there they are. Truly, he bopped me, and I was gone. Okay, I gotta be very careful. Wow. This is actually really nice. Wait, what's my render distance? Oh. For my computer's sake, I'm actually gonna turn that down, even though, you know, now it's like fading him off into the distance. Oh, I forgot this weird area over here exists. The Forgotten Zone. Because, like, where we settled in, like, this seed was, like, the best spawn ever for this setup I had. Like, look at this! Oh, it's so cool looking. It's unfortunate that we can't do this customization ever again, basically. You know, I should have... I've actually got to go down again. Yeah. Oops, I didn't think when I went up there. Let's take the elevator. Yeah, I actually need to see what I have to do. Gosh, this area looks so cool. Okay, not from here, though. I wonder. You might have to make a new... I don't know. Mojang changed, like, how the account system worked. I hope that doesn't mean that you've lost the game completely. Like, if you can't play it anymore. That would really just be super lame. Huh. Okay, so I think I know what I want to do with this tree. But I'm gonna need a lot more leaves, I think. Don't mind me just destroying the environment. Don't mind me. Just destroying the environment. And my shears, apparently. Okay, let's like, get a couple more of these. I just need many, many stacks of leaves right now. The environment can suffer for all I care. I need leaves. Stacks of leaves. That's one of those things that's definitely in the realm of Minecraft only situations. Like, you can have a pile of leaves, but never a stack of leaves. Is there a way to get in here from below? I can't remember. Like parkour, maybe? Maybe around the other side. I feel like I should add a door down here. Okay, let me just go down the hill. What in the world is going on here? 1 second. This looks weird. Wait, what? Like, there's stone here and every... Okay. I think I understand a little better why it looks weird now. Because it's not real. Oof. It's not real. It never happened. Okay, it's very much nighttime now. It takes so long to get up this tree. Ah! What have I done? Where's his bed? He had a bed in here, right? Oh, he took it. I forgot. Marching isn't sending... Oh, wait. Okay, you know, there's something that happens to me a lot. I will see something in chat, and then I will see it again. Makes me wonder, like, am I going crazy? Am I... It'd be terrible if I'm actually becoming, like, schizophrenic or something weird. Because it's like, I don't know. Oddly worrying the way I, like, repeatedly see the same things. Like, as if, like, you know that, like, thing in the corner of your eye where it's like, oh, you kind of, like, see something? Happens a lot with chat. Maybe it's just, like, a weird, like, psychological thing, because I look at chat so much that's, like, my brain's, like, reminds me to check it. But I don't know. Really hope it's not, like, on set dying. I wonder if I shouldn't be wearing boots. They're gonna help me a bit, but... So yeah. The plan here is to make this tree a lot taller and a lot spikier. Like a gigantic pine tree. And also to make the area around it more pine-esque. Also, I know they're spruce trees. They're not pine trees. I'm an idiot. It's fine. I'm only a foolish nobody on the internet that is ours. Man, for most of the day, I prefer being warm. But when streaming, I really can't wait till I can get something like central air conditioning or something. Wait, the dancing on screen. Wait, what? Did it not? Oh, wait, was that last time? Wait, or did you... I didn't get the message that you subbed. Did you just now? Huh? Here, I can make it up to you. There you go. Wait, that's me. There you go. I don't know why it wouldn't happen. It should have gotten it. That's weird. You've been danced upon. Feel at ease, my son. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Is that gonna be there forever? Did I break it? Oh no, it's gone. Yeah, I thought that came with audio. That's weird. Oops, did not want to break that like that. Yoink. Okay, you know, oh wait, no, it was broken yesterday, never mind. I was gonna say, you know, when that guy, I think someone, one of the viewers yesterday followed, I was like, I missed the notification, which apparently, yeah, I'm really bad at seeing those, like, the sound comes out so late, I guess, but my stupid chatbot program is broken, apparently, again, which means I couldn't see where it said that it, like, what he did. It's like, no, so stupid. Also, I need to be, like, leaning forward more. I slouch into my chair. I'm just melting, apparently. Also, nah. So I was just thinking random things. Oh, it's so warm. Okay, I think that's what I was talking about. I can live with it being 80 degrees inside my house. That's relatively normal for me in the summer. I need to save money, so it's like 80 degrees, that's the temperature I live with now. But, it's so bad streaming, because, like, streaming, I got the lights on me. It's like, the sun is beating down upon my soul. The gosh darn power of the sun in my room. Oh, did I grab those saplings? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Okay. So yeah, we're just placing leaves forever now. That's the plan. You know, I haven't checked if any... It's weird to think the sun is out. Is it? I can't tell. My window is shut. I mean, I do start these at 7 right now, which I guess the sun's technically still out when I start. Is it really that early in the morning for you? I can't remember. Well, oh, you know, oh yeah, the sun will be rising earlier for you because it's summer, so... Yeah, I guess if it's early in the morning, wow, huh. It's weird to think about indeed, actually. What's that lyric from, what was it? I believe the morning sun, do-do-do-do-do, always gonna rise again, and something, I can't remember the rest of the lyrics, don't kill me. I need to play Earthbound soon-ish. I should add that to the bias list so people can vote upon it. Is it there yet? Summer solstice babies. There we go. Let's like get like 2 more up here. This got a lot taller. This got way taller. I'm gonna clean up all my scaffolding. I cannot wait till the next version of this game where scaffolding is real. Maybe. You might have heard a butchered Pollyanna. This is a complete actual possibility, yes. I don't have any filters on. I can't butcher it worse right now without going to the effort of turning on filters. Which honestly isn't actually that much effort, and I could totally butcher it more, and I'm just being silly. You know, I wish I could see the fortress I built from here, but it's a little too far away. Actually, wait a second. I'm gonna lag the game real quick. I want to see, is it visible from here with the 12 radius? Ooh, it's not. Ooh, that lag. Ooh, that CPU. Wait a second. How far can I see in this server? Oh, is that the render limit? 1 second. Yeah, that's the server render limit. Oh well. Let's go back down to 10. Whoa. Whoa, we're swinging. We're swinging hard. Yeah, I gotta get rid of all this scaffolding. It's too much. But, yes. Too much garbage just all over this tree. I also need to check out the tree from a distance just to get a better idea of where to go from here. What to do next. Why is this not positioned like I usually have it? What's going on? Minecraft site just isn't letting buy the game? Huh. That's really weird. You know, I feel like there's a very small, weird, underlying chance that they're doing maintenance today. Because there was recently a new launcher. Like, wait, maybe, did they change it so you have to, like, buy it from the launcher or something? Well, no, I don't think you can get the launcher without buying it. I don't remember. It would be really dumb if you're dealing with maintenance issues. Just dumb timing. Oh, boy. Like, so, okay, so you don't have an account. So I guess you have to make a new account, which I guess you would just... Huh. I don't know what to say, considering I've had this game for far too many years. So, like, the website has gone through, like, 4 or 5 iterations since I've bought it. Like, the web... Yeah, it's, like, so different now. I'm not even sure where to start. Oh... Huh. Yeah, that's weird. That's some annoying timing. Here, let me sleep in the game and then... what would be the best way for me to check the website? Here, I'm gonna open up Firefox. I'm gonna take like a small intermission, I guess, to let that load up. Here, let me get a drink. There we go. Yeah, it's annoying that the website's being like that to you. Okay, so I need to plant more garbage. Oh, here comes Firefox. There goes my memory usage. Uh-oh, everything's gonna start lagging. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. There goes the stream, basically. 1 second. Maybe this was a bad... Oh, this was a bad idea. 100% memory usage. Firefox, why? Firefox, please. What the heck? I guess this is... Ooh, we're chugging. We're chugging hard. I might drop frames. I might be dropping frames. I don't know. What is wrong with me? Yeah, just give me a second. Let me just ruin my stream for a second to just see if the what. Is Firefox the lowest CPU usage of all available browsers? I think it's supposed to be, but part of my problem is, I think I've mentioned this recently. I'm one of those people that has like 50 tabs open because of like work and like everything else, which means opening the browser is like impossible without it ruining everything. I'm trying to work down those tabs. Actually, maybe I'll just spend next week, like, just reading all of the tutorials and everything that I had opened. I don't know. I do need to do something about it, though. The situation is dumb. Because Firefox, I have a lot better experience than Chrome. But, like, I don't know. It takes... Oh, gosh. like, right now, it doesn't look like it's really doing much. Grant, yeah, it's just... Yeah, I can't... Minecraft is too hefty. See, part of my problem... Yeah, I just can't do that right now. I gotta close Firefox. Part of my problem is the sheer amount of... Sorry, I gotta close something there. The sheer amount of RAM Minecraft takes... Minecraft takes like 2 gigabytes of RAM, which that's not too much. But then XSplit likes to take about 2 gigabytes of RAM, which again, not too much. But then, you know, the PC, like, Windows likes to take however amount it can get, so like 1 or 2 gigabytes. And so the memory is always like really high due to the way Windows works. But then so every time you like open up like something and your memory maxes out, then it has to be like dumping like what Windows is using to like give it back to you, because Windows is just allocating way too much memory just in case it needs it. It's probably programmed by monkeys. That or they're just... You know what? This is gonna sound stupid. This is gonna sound really stupid. But PewDiePie's been playing Minecraft again. Do you think that the website is getting more traffic than it's used to? Wait a second, I need to check something. Well, no, I would have to check that on the YouTube app. I was gonna say, if I could see, like, if I could see if PewDiePie's streaming right now, that would have explained everything. Though I think he's been doing, like, Let's Play stuff, so I guess maybe not. Maybe he put a new video out this evening. I don't know. He's got enough of a following of people that he could probably be re-sparking people buying the game. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow or another that's what's ruining everything. Just a little bit of a following. You know. Just a tiny bit. There goes the shears. Let's just make a new set. Nothing spectacular. God, I really don't want these tall trees while I'm doing this. Okay. Get that there and there. I actually kind of need some saplings again. Oh. Let's try and... I wonder... So, unfortunately, Captain, it's possible that their system is, like, it's possible that their system is processing the order or something properly, but it's a little overloaded and it's like in a queue, so like you'll eventually get your thing back or bought or whatever, but might take a little while or something, or like a day. I don't know. What a mess. I don't know what to say about the situation. It's very frustrating. You know, if I recall what the latest version of that website looks like, I really do miss the older Minecraft website back before they rebranded everything with this weird, smooth aesthetic that like all the characters have and everything. It's like, it's a fancy website, but basically every modern website like this runs really poorly, to be honest. Like, everything's like JavaScript, I think. You know, it probably isn't, but it feels like every website is something like JavaScript or whatever. That's like Oh, you can do all these amazing interactive things with your website. But, oh dear goodness. Goodbye memory and hello CPU usage. In the error circle. Oh yeah. Well, that's like snapshot, like saved data of old websites. Unfortunately, you can't use them in that way. Oh gosh, it's getting those kinds of issues. Probably something like the ingest servers. Annoying. It's not something really dumb like... I don't know. Maybe it's your Canadian money isn't good. You need to convert your Canadian money into United States money and then that into Swedish money, apparently. Probably. Not really. Probably. No, never. Log into MySpace? Oh boy. Yeah, you can see like MySpace pages, but you can't log into them or anything. I have no idea how crusty... Well, I can discover how crusty my stream is right now. One second. No idea how... Whoa! Actually, I can discover how crusty my stream is right now. One second. So let's see. Let's recurse into the... So let's see. Let's recurse into... Oh, that's not too bad. That's like basically what I'm seeing. Oh, that's not too bad. That's like okay, enough of that. Uh-oh. Oh man, Captain's so... Oof. What a mess this whole situation became. I feel like I'd recommend, like, coming back later. Why are all these jack-o'-lanterns facing the same way? That's kind of creepy. Okay, 1 second. I will be back here in a moment. Oh wait, that just goes to nothing. Oh, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that destruction is turned off. Where'd that creeper come from? That was a little surprise. I guess it just lived up there? Weird. I still have not finished any of this. Oh, I cannot wait to get Depth Strider with the new 1.14 mechanics, or 1.13 mechanics, I guess they are, technically. Gonna sleep in my bed. Oh yeah, they're all red beds. Well, did we actually dye these red, or was this, like, before they updated the wool colors? Huh. What? Hello? Where'd you come from? Are you always in here? Huh. Oh, I got an itch. Okay, pumpkins. But, yeah, I wish I, like, knew what was going on with the website. I'm assuming it's not your internet that's the problem. Second. Yeah. What a mess. Sorry, just some discomfort. Ah, I don't have any spares. Guess I'm gonna have to go cut some down then. Zoom. Zombie noises, zombie noises. Everybody hates the zombie noises. Got another axe. I need more axes. And my axe, multiple. I've run out of commentary for, like, my entire life. There's no more. Well, the last thing I plan to do on this stream is going to be, like, a tour of the entire base. So eventually... Okay, can you, like... Yeah, just find a nice little, like... Yeah, there's better, little doggy. Yeah, once everything's finished, definitely gonna do, like, a full tour of this place. Because that's kind of the only reason I'm working on it, is once this server is done... Like, it's done. Oh, you know what? Well, I've only got 7 levels. I probably can't get anything that great. What can I get? Unbreaking. You know what? A single lapis, that's worth it. Who cares? Let's just get a basic enchant on this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, basic axe. Not the greatest thing in the universe, but hey, it's there. Yeah, like I said, Captain, I definitely recommend coming back later, because it sounds like their website itself is probably having server errors, which means just repeatedly, like, messing with it's probably not going to change anything until it stops being a butt. And we all know butts aren't good. Butts are terrible. Huh. I have not, like, done much with this, have I? Swear words! Gosh, I need to finish this place. Captain's gonna say heck! Whoa. Getting stuck on everything. Yoink, 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 yoink. Gotta catch them all. Now, one weird thing about newer Minecraft, if I recall... So, well, I say it's weird about the newer game, versions of the game, but it's actually kind of what's weird about the old ones instead. They don't, like, start as, like, jack-o'-lantern faces. They actually, now you have to, you actually have to carve them. You don't get to, like, customize it. You just kind of craft it. But it's, yeah, they're not, yeah, they're just pumpkins now. I mean, you could try swearing. You'll probably find something that gets through the filter. It actually is filtered for the most part. So it would be moderately difficult. I think I only have, like, things... at least I tried to, like, make things that I considered, like, technical terms aren't really counted. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I started doing that. I kind of... originally when I started, I was like, I don't really like controlling what people say. But then... I guess it was around the time that... Technically, I think you can put messages in chat. Like, when you... Wait, is this not how this works? Oh, it is how this works. I think technically... If you put bits and, like, I forget what the limit is, but I think you can actually add messages, maybe? Or is it donations and subs that I have that enabled for? I've never really tried, so I can't, I don't know. And I think it's just because I can read those. Though most of what I've got banned are, like, variants on, like, slurs, of course. Because obviously you don't want that, like, happening. Very tidy. Minecraft. So, okay, so I mean, I know it's like a sour annoyance right now, but so let's go from the start of like what happened. So you had an account like ages ago, right? But you can't get the password for it. Is that the issue? Or were you just trying to get an account today for the first time? I could have sworn you had an account. So I'm assuming it's... Can't get the password for it. Mojang won't send me the email. Okay. Later on, I might, like, pull up the Mojang site, and I might, like, look to see if I have the same issue. And if not, maybe I'll, like, see about, like, I don't know, maybe I'll tell you to see if you could try again. Oh. Okay, so your new account, you were getting it, but then you went to buy the game. Oh. And of course, obviously this is the last thing anybody ever wants to hear, but I'm assuming you were putting in your details right and everything. Yeah. So it wanted you to verify some information, but you did already verify said information. Okay, yeah, I see where the loop was coming in that you were mentioning earlier. This is getting really annoying today, sorry. Yeah, that's better. Ah. It's not better. It's never gonna be better. I'm okay. Got it. Wait, why am I doing this? I can't, Tell us...
Just get your parents' credit card and, don't forget to ask them for that 4-digit number.
No, don't do that. No. Yeah, I was just trying to get the full idea of what's going on. That's annoying, yeah. So I guess, so because the new account, okay, so if I were to get, like, try to get the verification email, like, I'm not going to go and try to rebuy the game myself, so I can't really see if that's working. I guess all I can say is, like, try both things again. Like, not today. Like, just another day. Never today. Always tomorrow. Anyway, you can stop being a salty bab. You can be a salty crab instead. Because that's what I always am. I took so long that the sun is setting again already. How am I going to go about this? You're not a crab? Oh. Welcome to the salty crab. How dumb are you? Because clearly, low intelligence is my thing. Wait. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm just putting leaves on a tree. Possibly either... Wait a second. No, Captain. I just realized your name is Cappy now. So, I'm assuming you're like a mushroom cap. Which means you're actually related to Vinny Vine Sauce. Clearly. You're a new brother. Oh no. You're a mushroom. Mushroom Cappy. That's a new thing to draw. If only why am I now like all the way over there? What the heck? Oh, it's like tilting it slightly. Yes, I've been one. Yeah, I think I can understand. Like, it's similar to how Alti is now Alti Zeta. Kind of like everybody kind of shift into more meaningful names, I guess, or well, more I don't know, more separate names. Like everybody used to be Yoshis. Also, yeah, I guess there are probably a lot. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. So if you're gonna probably stick with this as the more So I'm just trying to think how this works, because it's like Alti doesn't like to be called Alti Yoshi, of course. So like, do you still go by like Captain, or is like Cappy the name now? Also, like, I guess Cappy could be kind of like a nickname for Captain, in a way, sort of. But also, like, I don't know, hats. Hats. I am the Capitan now. That's all I can. That's one of those things I think about a lot. I am the Capitan now. Capitan. I am the Cappy Rose now. I feel like everybody's probably just waiting for me to fall to my death in this game right now. I actually am very worried my shift key is going to give out on me. Like, incredibly worried. You know, you can trust, like, not going over edges with shift, but that's only as much as you can trust your shift. So it's very dark. I'm very scared. Put the leaves down! But, yeah. Once all of this is figured out, and once we get on to the next version of Minecraft, I'm still very much waiting on an update. Oh, I've got dirt, but I don't, I mean, I've got grass, but I don't got dirt. The Crabton. I am the Crabbyton now. But, yeah, I'm still waiting on a Minecraft update before we update this server to a new version. Also, we're going to make a new world and everything. Like, we've kind of already picked out a seed and everything. But the one thing I'm waiting for is for 1.14 to get, like, a 0.4 or 0.5 or something version. They've got to figure out, like, optimization. I don't know. Like, everybody's clamoring for it right now because servers are basically unplayable. Especially the private little servers where you don't have very much processing power to work with. And yeah, I just, you know, if we're not getting that efficiency, I don't think our setup can actually handle even, like, you know, the 4 or 5 of us. It's a little worrying. I know a lot of, like, big servers, like obviously anarchy servers where people are like doing crazy stuff all the time. Obviously those ones aren't updating, but apparently a lot of other like like anarchy or crazy stuff are also avoiding updating or something. Just because, yeah, you really can't you really can't do multiplayer in the current version of the game apparently. It's just a rough issue. let's not get the shovel too close to the block we're on. Now is when we like go all the way down and collect the dirt, I guess, maybe. This is scary, just a little scary. Scary! Okay, we're doing good. There's nothing like in the base, right? Oh my gosh, this is a lot of dirt, actually. When is the sun rising? There's like no. Oh. Oh, wow. I was gonna say, there's like no moon. That's no moon! You know, for a while there, speaking of usernames and changing them, for a while there I was debating changing from Crabmaster to like something else, like along the lines of like Moss Crab. And sometimes I still think about it, but I think I'm in too deep. Like I've got to at least keep the king title to the name. At the very least, that's a requirement. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Give me a second. King Boss Moss Crab. Oh my gosh, no. Too much. Whoa, CPU, 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 please. And I guess to an extent, like, the, yeah. Like, I would probably change my crab Sona thingy. Not really a Sona, it's a mascot at this point for me, personally. I would definitely change it to, like, have a bit of, like, moss on it. Like, maybe a bit more of, like, a rock crab. Like, I think there's the crabs that look like a little bit, like, more like rocks. They're not, like, blue as much. Probably would keep it blue, but with, like, some, like, more, like, solid, chunky bits on the sides, I guess. But then, like, some moss on it and stuff like that. But, which, to an extent, a lot of people consider me more King Crab than Crabmaster to an extent these days. So maybe I could get away with it? I don't know. One of the reasons why I do want to get away from Crabmaster is because, unfortunately, it is the name of a product. And that's really awkward and something I didn't realize when I made the username. Granted, the username was also originally built... Like, the name used to be Master Crab, but then I messed up making an email address. Or my brother, I think, was actually the one that messed up. Or I can't remember. So we had to flip the name and just make a new one. Oh gosh, there's so many extra titles. It'll just, my username will eventually just be titles. Endless titles. That's all. Title T. But yeah. I don't know. Usernames are a weird thing indeed. Get me out of this jungle. Oof, it's warm. Look at that squid. Good. Yeah. Usernames. What a thrilling topic. You should put all our names in one of those PokeFusion generators. Oh. That would be actually kind of a cool thing. Like, you could probably do it with Twitter accounts. Like, somebody could probably make a Twitter name, like a Twitter user generator or something where, like, it takes, like, key components of, like, their avatars and, like, fuses them together or something stupid like that. Yeah, we do kind of already do a lot of that sort of name fusion stuff. Roses McNappy. Thomas McCrab is an obvious one. But, like, yeah, we've got Crabton as, like, the one that he mentioned earlier. Obviously, you get really weird ones when you, like, take someone like Tor and, like, mix, like... Oh, I just realized I cannot get down from here. You mix, like, Alti and Tor together and you get, like, Tor Zeta or... Good night! Oh, that was a stupid decision. You mix them together. Yeah, Altor or Altitor or Alti Kirby, which is like just a weird alternate universe version, I feel. Oh my gosh, that gets Altor Zeturby. Alti Zeta Derby. Captain Yoshi. Wait, no. I feel like that is kind of a summary of how the Friends group has changed over time. It's all like still basically the same people, but there's less Yoshis now. Because I think what you and Alti used to like consider each other like the Yoshi Bros. I think you basically were. But then he became a Zeta, which he hates that so much. The way okay, so he cannot stop me. He cannot stop how I feel this way, but basically for some odd reason, I get the Zeta is like he wanted to keep like the syllables I think similar, but also he wanted to I think he just wanted something that fit like his actual name and all that. Broshi, that's yeah. Broshis. But for me, it's like something about the word Zeta sounds like a type of lizard. And being his thing is like a lizard aesthetic. I keep thinking to myself that Zetas like are a thing, like Zetas, but he doesn't. He's like he always insists that there's no plural for Zetas. He's just that's his name. There's nothing more. But no, I consider him a Zeta, and he hates it. But it's never going to stop. My madness can't be stopped. 'Cause okay. He also considers Alti to just be a name now instead of like part of like the word ultimate, which I just find kind of weird to be honest. But for me, I'm like, oh man, he's the ultimate Zeta, so he's like a really big version, and I'm just thinking there'd be like a bunch of tiny little Zetas. Like I don't know. This. I guess, you know, one day I should just torture him more and draw, like, him covered in a bunch of mini versions of him. Yeah, beta fish. Zeta lizards, beta fish. Exactly! I think an old cartoon on Kids WB. I don't know. What would that be? Like, what cartoon or, like, what character? Like, was there, like... Huh. There can only be one ultimate Zeta. There can be a penultimate Zeta. Oh. Oh. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like, maybe, but maybe I've forgotten. I don't know. How strange. What a peculiar concept for a cartoon. Yes. Definitely all I think I'm going to be doing tonight is this. Batman Beyond. Wow. Huh. Interesting. Whoops, that's way too far out this way. I can't even reach over there. Dear goodness. Like, it is funny though, just my insistence on the existence of Zetas. I don't know why. I'm trying to think why the word Zeta, to me, sounds like it fits for, like, a type of lizard. Specifically, like, a lizard. Like, I don't know why it seems particularly lizard-like. Because it's not really like any of, like, the lizards my brother has. Like, he's got a Knowles and a iguana. I think maybe it's the Z because, you know, lizard. Lizard, Zeta. Lizeta. Lizard. Lizard, Ada, bug. The code has been cracked. That, yep. This is gonna take forever. Anyone on the edge? Probably over here, right? No? It's all probably just down on the trees. You know, I'm glad I used that experience up earlier. Ah, not again. Whoa, it's hurting me. Server lag, server lag. Gotta get all of that server lag. Do I have any drink left in here? A lot more than I thought. I thought that was mostly a tea bag. Sorry. The tea bag was kind of like holding the liquid back for a moment. And then it all, like, dumped at once. It was kind of funny. I wonder if I'll survive that. Let's find out. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Alligator. See you later, Alizator. See you later, Altizator. It's so close. Altizeta. I don't know. Oh, I gotta get my food on my hot bar. Altizator sounds like a robot version of Alti. Look at this weird. See you later, Altizeta. Dang. Touch your toes, Cappy Rose. Stay close, Cappy Rose. Nah. I mean, that's... stay close, Cappy Rose. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. What other variants? Stay fab, Mr. Crab. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now? I don't know if that was all the dirt. No, it's not. I found it. Oh, there's a bunch over here. Please don't dab, Mr. Crab. Get in the lab, Mr. Crab! Okay, it's time for me to sleep again. I think I got enough of the dirt. Yeah, I've got like a full stack, so... Yeah, I guess I can gauge if I get all the dirt back by, like, keeping, like, the one stack. No! It's too far away! A1 sauce! There's a spider on the roof, I think. There's a spider on your lawn. Goodbye. It's dead. I really liked the spider we had in last stream. What was that? I'm trying to dissect what Thomas just said. I'm not sure if I'll ever understand. Like Crabmaster? Ab Blaster? I guess that could be my physically fit alias once I start working out again. I'm assuming that just means like you're going like crazy on the physical machines, right? Like you're getting those abs. Oh, it's actually a product. Okay. I see. In an alternate universe, I name myself that as a username, and then find out that product exists, and get upset like I am with Crabmaster being a crab meat extracting device. Oh, did I just come up here without grabbing leaves? Yeah, I totally did. But, yep, time to go back down. Guess while I'm at it, let me craft another shovel. Oh, you know what? I'll do that on the way up. This is the easiest way down. Yoink. Wait, no, this isn't the easiest way down. There's a crafting bench. I'll make it work. Because now I gotta go back up a little. I put a... You missed it, Captain, but I put a spider on the camera last stream. I don't think I'm going to be burning down a house just because a spider is on it. I think I'm quite comfortable with my creepy crawlies. Patent pending by you. Thomas McNabb, the creator of the Ab Blaster. Yeah, I'll just like use this. You know what? This stream is now your claim to your claim to the patent pending, because clearly it's been stated. So you have proof that this happened. I guess. Sponsored by Crabmaster. You know what? I don't really want to do, like, sponsorships as part of my stream stuff, but, man, I totally, like, take that as a sponsor, so long as it's made by Thomas. So, Thomas, you've now got to get into the physical, toning market, clearly. And I've also got to get physically fit so I can be on your commercials. And see, well, I can't really show it on stream. I was gonna bounce my squishy body as a proof that like I was a pathetic nobody before using the Ab Blaster. Well, guess that's all that I need. Let me chop down this tree while I'm at it. No, not that! No! You know, earlier I made a joke involving that kind of thing that I didn't actually get a chance to explain before something distracted my brother. So, I guess the last thing, one of the last things he remembers of me today is me creeping him out with a statement about gamer girl sweat or something. Why? Why do we live in this world? Terrible. I need saplings. Give me saplings today. I need saplings or I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, gotta use that webcam. Gotta put my emotions on screen. I'm okay. Bunch of people who... Wait a second. Okay, so I've only seen like one or two of these memes for like the bathwater specifically. So, wait a second. I didn't realize. Oh. So I was well aware that, like, you know, hot girls on the internet occasionally like sell their like sweaty garbage because weird men have problems and are desperate for love. And I guess, like, I don't know. I guess if it's sweaty and junk, it still has like the hormones and it makes them feel like things are okay. I think it's kind of unfortunately similar to the weirdos that go around stealing and sniffing shoes and that kind of weird. But I'm very disappointed to find out that the bathwater wasn't just a joke on like exaggerated. Like, I thought that was just an exaggeration of this this problem. This. Ugh. And of course they got herpes. Like, what do you expect? Like, they should be glad that they didn't get something worse, dear goodness me. Like, drinking somebody's bathwater, like, it could, like, not have a single disease, and yet it could still somehow produce the new plague. Like, okay. A weird thing I found out recently is that... Oh gosh. And yet they would probably somehow still get herpes. Now, okay, here's the awkward part. What kind of herpes was it? Because I know this is a weird question. And I know there might not actually be an answer for it. Heck, this whole situation might not be real. But apparently, like, herpes is actually a lot broader of a disease than we think about. Because, like, when we think of herpes, we think of the one specific type of herpes. But apparently, like, it's actually, like, most people have had a type of herpes in their life. Because I think, if I recall, chickenpox, I think it's that one that's technically a form of herpes. It's just, you know, not on your genitals. I could be wrong about that. I'm not like a doctor, and I'm not very well versed in the universe. But it's like, it's just one of those weird cases where apparently it's like very common that like a lot of people just have this just deep down. But the specific types that like the sexual stuff, the oral, whatever, I don't know, like the specific ones that you get from people that are sleeping around, that's a whole different bag of worms. Which is another thing you do not want your gamer girl to have if she's selling you bathwater. Oh gosh, this got really disgusting very quickly. It was bad enough at the start. Many apologies to how terrible this entire conversation is. Dear goodness me. When were you going to tell me? I don't know. Probably around the time that I, use the excuse of conversation to get you to donate your body to science, but specifically to my doctor's office. I mean, what? That's probably the creepiest sounding thing. Good night. Oh, I'm alive. Cool. As I was saying, that was probably the creepiest sounding thing I've ever said. Local streamer steals corpse of local view. Oh yeah. I've got a PhD in Italian medicine. I've got a PTSD in Italian medicine. You're not local. You're local enough. We're all earthlings here, my friend. My patient. My impatient. Yoink. Imp patience. Throw pills down their throat until they stop being sick. I mean, that's how actual American doctors work. We wouldn't have our lovely opioid epidemic if it weren't for that type of medical practice existing. I need a lot of leaves on this side. Gotta get them opioids. Mario is actually like one of those types of doctors. Mario is those are all opioids in that game. Every single pill, opioids. Those monsters, common cold. Mario is part of the problem. Opioid is a really pretty word, though. I don't think I've ever heard that before. That is an interesting take. Opioid. I guess it sounds like opal, kinda. I almost just unshifted. You trust Dr. Bowser with your life? Yeah, you better, because that's what he's taking. I guess I'll use cobblestone for the rest of this bit. Okay, we've come full circle, literally. I'm scared. Oh, there's like a bit there that I don't like. Oh, one second. We can use some cobblestone to fix this real quick. Just, you know, actually use the cobblestone as part of the tree. That's what I mean. Yep. Wait, what kind of pickaxe is this? Oh, just unbreaking. That I didn't actually mean to use cobblestone for the tree. Dr. Robotnik. Now, okay, I'm assuming Robotnik's not like an actual like medical doctor. It's like, what's the, like you can be like a doctor of like non-medical stuff, right? That's how this works. That's just like a title like involving like, I mean, you can be a Doctor Who. Okay. Wait, is Doctor Who just the Doctor of Whoville? Wait a second. I think I cracked the code. Who is this doctor? This tree is slowly becoming more and more difficult to work on. I think it's time for me to go into the distance and like see how it looks. I wonder how it looks from underneath. That's another important thing. Horton here's a Doctor Who, the crossover nobody expected ahead of time. That's going to be the live-action remake? Well, that's going to be the sequel to the live-action remake. Clearly. Pig. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. My keyboard sometimes just randomly stops working. I don't entirely know why. I don't know if it's because it's a wireless keyboard, Or if the batteries are dying, which I need new batteries. Yeah, I'm scared. This is not the time I want my keyboard to be dying. Okay, let me just check for... I don't think there's any up here. Horton hits a who. The much... Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. This is happening again. One second. Let me just make sure, like... Get in there. Uh-oh, it popped out. Get back in there. There's also no cover for the batteries, I think is part of the problem. I mean, Eggman could also just be like a robot doctor. How did I just take damage on that tiny little spot? What was I saying about Horton hits a who? I think it was like like, you know those like adult B movie, like not actually like adult films, like porn. What is wrong with me? No, but like who's the actor that is always in all the stupid movies? What's his name? What's his name? I think that was he the guy that was in Idiocracy? I think maybe. Or wait, is he the same guy that was in Pixels? Oh, what's his name? I should know this. I've watched an unhappy number of his films. I mean, what? Wait. That would be the worst. Sorry, I'm just thinking of the context of what I was talking about. The context of this conversation being Horton hears a who, and then Captain talking about, oh gosh, no, Captain, no, why have you made this into an oh gosh, sorry. This all just made me realize that something very disappointing probably exists, and that's probably Dr. Seuss porn. Most definitely, oh gosh. My disappointment in humanity is infinite when I'm reminded of concepts like this. Adam Sandler, thank you, let's get off this topic. You know how he makes like a lot of movies that are obviously like, I mean, I don't know who the demographics. Why must you combine those words? You're the one who... I mean, I kind of am the fault here, but you're the one that brought it back. Oh, no. Oh, no. Anyway, Adam Sandler, he makes a lot of those really dumb, like, low-effort adult humor films, I guess. Dear goodness, everything's wrong right now. Everything's wrong. The Democrats are the demographic? Yeah, sure. Totally. No, I think it's Lonely Fathers. I'm still blaming you for this, Captain. I don't want to be responsible for the topic going in that direction. Anyway. So yeah, no, so I guess what I was... Hi? I guess what I was trying to, get to there is the idea that, Adam Sandler would totally make one of those really low-effort comedy movies that would be like a parody of Horton Hears a Who. That would be like Horton Hits a Who. I don't know. It probably wouldn't be named Horton either, because it would be like really like poorly on the nose. I don't know. Yeah, but like, okay. I like was talking about like I was just specifying that when I said adult films, I didn't mean like Those kinds of adult films. I just mean films that aren't for kids, adult films. But I was talking with the context of, like, an adult, like, comedy movie parody of Horton Hears a Who. But then, like, you brought up that joke that's like, Crab watches it confirmed, but that would be the context that it would have to be, like, but everything's wrong. Everything's wrong. Everything's wrong. I need to be deleted. I need to be deleted. Why? I blame you. I blame you. You could have let the word slide. Oh, I didn't go get stuff and it's nighttime now. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. Just let me sleep my worries away. Delete the stream. Okay, the message does appear there. It doesn't speak it, though. I need to figure out why. Maybe it has a limit. Delete the stream. Also, I guess you just gave twice as much as I think you meant to. Well, unfortunately for you, Captain, that's not nearly enough money for me to not put this on YouTube. Unfortunately, though, it probably should be enough money for me to not put this on YouTube. Hey, at least I'm not Vinny, who accidentally plays actual, like, porn games on stream. The worst thing I've done right now is just imply the existence of something related to that kind of horrible thing. I actually feel really bad for Vinny and the fact that he seems to fall for this all the time. This is why he really, like, 100% at all times needs to vet his games. I was watching some of the Android stuff, and it's always the Android collections. So he had uploaded it to YouTube, which means obviously the part that was messed up was cut out. But it's like, oh dear goodness, this keeps happening. So yeah, those all should be vet forever. You know, it wasn't even a good collection either. Like it's a lot of like the same stuff that he said he's tired of, that he wants like people to like send new things. Okay, one second. Let's get a good like distance view of this. I wonder if that section of the map is deleted again. No, it's still here. Is that supposed to look like dirt? That looks kind of terrible. That's starting to look nicer. I do need to make it a little longer, though. Yeah, I think I like how this is coming along. So far, anyway. I need to work on the staircase that's outside it. I also need to redo the shape of the building a little. I'm going to keep his general square, but I'm going to add some aesthetics. What's this? Nothing. You know what? I'm going to make this into a pig prison. Yeah, because I had started working on this, but I never finished it. So it's definitely going to be a pig prison. Current bit number for the month. There's only one... Wait, what is it? Oh, it's 76. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. Oh man, my voice is pretty bad off right now. You know, I accidentally memorized a lot of those lyrics just because of the edit I made. back during the World of Light reveal. I honestly need to make more of those edited videos. Just silly things. Okay, that should be enough for a while. Don't mind me just tearing down some trees so I can plant some more. That's how we get rid of all the carbon in our skies. Oh yeah, cool. Saplings. Kind of needed some of those. Oh, bunch more over here. I am almost full again. I could go for some food. I'm not almost full in real life. Oh yeah, by the way, Captain, we discovered in Mario Luigi Superstar Saga last night. I don't know why, I think I was just talking about food just now, so that's why I just remembered this silly thing. Cacletta, we decided that Cacletta and Fawful talk completely literally, and that Cacletta's wish from the Beanstar would have been to turn the world into food. I think, what was it? A snack cake? Clearly. So, worse than the idea. Funko Pop animated movie, which unfortunately is in development. Yeah, that's worse. Wow. See, okay. The thing we said earlier that was terrible is just one of those annoying cases where it's just something that is unfortunately somewhat inevitable because of the internet. But what you just said is something that shouldn't be inevitable, but is. It's way more inevitable, and it... Adver movies out there. This one's actually one to see, and that's it. Oh, yeah, you know what? I would take an M&M's movie. Definitely. That's because the M&M's are characters. Like, the M&M's, like, they're characters. They're, you know, they're legit things. You could see them doing something. Oh my gosh. Come on. Yeah, it's like, obviously though, it's got to be like a Christmas movie, because clearly that's the only M&M's ad that matters. Ah, man, you know what? I just realized it would be really sad. Like, how long have those dudes been doing the voice? Isn't it like the same guys? Wait, what? I'm very confused by Thomas's comment. Billy West. Okay. How old is Billy West? Gosh. I forget, did he replace the previous? I mean, I guess, you know. Or has he been doing it this whole... Oh, man. So I'm just... Brown chocolate have white arms and legs. Well, the letters are, like, white. It's like a contrast thing. Also, like, the white arms and legs thing. It's like how the weird creature that popped out of the pipe in Mario Luigi Superstar Saga has white arms and whatnot. It's that weird, like, cartoon character stuff. Ah, okay. So he isn't the original. So I guess we already have had the voice acting kind of like swapped over at some point. I mean, he's still Billy West, so I can't complain. How many... Okay, who wants to gamble? How many more shovels of leaves or of dirt do you think my My shovel's gonna last. How shall a man who made of tires is white? Explain that logic to me. Why is he white? Oh, I think I understand why. 'Cause tires are like super pure black, and I'm a little worried he'd probably look kind of racist. If oh gosh. Would that look like blackface? Oh no. It's kind of like how, like, Jinx and, Mr. Popo are controversial. I guess so long as they don't give the, like, the exaggerated features, it's fine? Maybe? Or wait, is he themed after... wait, what? I forget. Thinking about it, wasn't he actually... I don't remember. Now, I can't remember. Are the insides of tires white? No. Or is he even tire... Wait, is he made of tires? Or is he like... those weird, like... Wait, are those... No, those are just tires. Yeah, the Michelin Man always looked like a seat cover to me. To be honest. Like, it kind of does look like he's made of, like, fabric. I don't know. He's kind of like a marshmallow dude, to be honest. I have no idea what I'm saying. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, I guess. He is a weird one, though. Definitely a really weird one. Yeah, Stay Puft Marshmallow, dude. You know what? I totally feel like that exists on that one DeviantArt page I was linking things from a while back. I wish I could find that again. Just for context, I found, like, occasionally when I'm scrolling through, like, I still look up, like, art on DeviantArt because there's still some decent artists there, but also to an extent, it's occasionally an interesting discovery of just the weird way the world is. I mean, what? No, but occasionally I'll be, like, just browsing through and I'll stumble upon, there are, like, various select few accounts that just do whatever, like, versus characters that, like, anybody ever wants, where they'll make the death battle posters and everything. Don't hate me, I'm using these leaves up in here. They're just gonna be, you know, a little hidden. Just some filler. It's fine. You'll never know. No one will ever know. The secret is safe with us. Movie monster game and only could afford license for one movie monster. Oh. Rest were all bootlegs. Oh, jeez. Kaiju. You know, seeing as, like, how things are these days with, like, monsters and, like, stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was Godzilla, like a Japan original film? Like, for sure? Like, or am I mistaken about that? I can't remember who made Godzilla. But I thought it was, like, a Japanese studio. Spectra. Oh, man. They had a video game console or whatever? As a moth? That's really funny. I like how the Stay Puft Marshmallow dude ended up becoming a kaiju. Like, this is like, he's like just basically officially just considered like any other. Give me all these leaves. Give me all these leaves. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, in the current climate of Japan, assuming I'm right about Godzilla definitely originating from Japan, and not just being set in Japan, the current climate of things that come from Japan, it definitely, like, if Godzilla hadn't been invented back then, these days it would just be another Monster Girl anime, let's be honest. And that would have been, like, the origin of Godzilla as, like, oh, jeez. Just from the get-go. There we go. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just making stupid jokes. Stop me, please. The large iron guy. Nah, Sir Massive. I don't know. None of us can afford licenses anymore. Not since the accident. Wah, wah, wah. Do 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 do. But Captain, you could also be a self-insert. Kaiju Rose. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Any guesses as to how long Hot Wheels movie has been in development? What, like 15 years? For some reason, that number sounds about right for development hell for a Hot Wheels game. Or 17! Oh, crud, I was really close! Oh! That's bad. That's really bad. Ooh. Ooh. That's incredibly rough. Apparently I've lost about 5 or so seconds of frames, I think. Wait, no. 10 seconds of frames. Ah, crud. Kaiju Rose versus Goopy. Oh, there's some those secret leaves are back. 17 years. Dear goodness. I'm only like a couple years older than that. I just find the idea of movie monster game to be funny. It's only one movie monster. Yeah. I'm assuming they probably what you think they probably started development before getting the licenses and then realized, whoops. Like, oh yeah, they'll totally take this concept. We just, you know, need to make it well enough, and you know, they'll let us have the oh crud, licenses are expensive. Like they probably got like the permission, obviously, because they got Godzilla. But they probably just straight up, the whole issue is that they just could not afford more than Godzilla. Like, if they had the money, they probably could have gotten more. But nope. Lots of money. In fact, even worse, obviously for marketing purposes, you gotta get Godzilla. But obviously you've got the issue that, well, we've got Godzilla, but oh, that there goes all of the budget. Because Godzilla would be the most expensive one, I would assume. Unless it's some weird, like, oh yeah, Godzilla's really cheap, but it's the other ones that are expensive. That's how they get you. I don't know. Toys R Us shutting down. A lot of toy lines will start to decline unless Disney steps in. Probably won't live to see your 100th birthday. I mean, I'd assume that it's up to Hasbro because they basically own, like, all the toys at this point. But, yeah, I mean, physical toys are definitely on a decline in a lot of ways. Just, I mean, video games, like, I don't know. There's definitely, like, you see, I mean, you're watching me play a video game. I mean, you're not a child. But, you know, children are kind of the same way. They don't, like, they either play video games or they watch someone play video games. And even worse, it's one of those weird things where if kids are buying toys, they're buying toys based on video games. So unless you've got like a video game franchise, you're not making as many physical game sales, it seems. It's actually really weird to think like how much of like toys that you hear kids buying these days is because of video games, like Fortnite. Like I feel like kids are buying like all of, like the Fortnite branded stuff. That's the thing. And Minecraft branded stuff is still huge. They keep making more Minecraft games, so it's just in a weird way more convenient to play on the computer, I guess, because you can do like that's kind of the weird thing is we've gotten to a point with games where you've got like every option of like sandbox and like you can almost like do anything you could do imagination wise with physical toys as you could as you can in like video game toys or just video games, because like the biggest thing I guess would be like the hardest thing to do I would say would be play with like toy soldiers kind of deal, like that kind of like have like figures to play with, because you can't really manipulate creatures in like even Minecraft very well. But you've got like every video game you could ever want for playing with those scenarios. It's kind of like a really awkward situation for toy makers in that regard. Yeah, like obviously Epic knows they'll be making like lots of money off of the figures, so obviously they want to like they're making a lot of money. Obviously they're not going to cheap out on that kind of stuff. Which I guess it's kind of sad because in a way we're at like the peak of actual like quality toys, because like man, it's crazy how much better like the plastic molding and painting processes have gotten, but we're at kind of like the peak of disinterest. Some characters, wait, what, Fortnite characters? Because I didn't even know those had names. I've only played Fortnite once. My brother had gotten, when he bought something, awkwardly he was buying a graphics card for a good deal, and it just so happened, I think it was the graphics card, it was, I'm pretty sure. It just so happened to come with a bunch of V-Bucks, so he decided to get the game, or download the game, and then I don't think he ever spent the V-Bucks. He played it once and lost interest, and I played it once and lost interest, I guess. I mean, it's kind of neat, but it's not my speed. It's kind of, honestly, I still prefer, like, the Minecraft Hunger Games type Battle Royale, where you've got a lot more of a chance to get supplies. I'm just... I'm... Those kinds of names I hardly want to assume are actually real. But, see, it's one of those weird things where I was really... Oh, it's raining again. I was actually really into Battle Royale before Battle Royale was actually really considered a thing. Back when it was, well, I mean, it's ironic because Battle Royale is a better term for it, and also based off of, like, the really old story called Battle Royale, I guess. But I was into the Battle Royale stuff back when it was still basically called, like, Hunger Games mods and stuff for, like, Minecraft and whatnot. But the weird part is, I'm really not into the current Battle Royale format. Everybody gets dropped in, there's 100 players, like, it's just craziness, insanity. You're waiting in a lobby for 1,000,000 years, it feels like. But the Minecraft the old Minecraft Battle Royale type stuff was, in my opinion, way better because everybody started with, like, an equal standing, basically. Like, you would start in the circle and then you would run in all directions. And I think there was invincibility for a little while? Or, no, I don't... Well, it depends on the mode you were playing. But there was only, like, 20 players. That was, like, way... Like, it was still a lot of people to fight, but it was, like, way more manageable, I guess. I don't know. Speaking of Hunger Games, was Trent Hollywood came back... oh, yeah, splitting it. Oh, gosh. Hobbit. I still haven't watched the last movie in that series of trilogy. Hobbit was one of my favorite books as a kid, and I just didn't, like, did they, like, ever fix how bad the CGI looked in that movie? Because well, okay, you know what's worse? From what I understand about the CGI in The Hobbit, it wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't for the fact that it seems like they, like, added a lot to the pacing of the story. Like, a lot of, like, extra action stuff. Which, if that extra action stuff wasn't there, it would have less weird CGI to deal with. I don't know. Made of packing peanuts. But yeah, the pacing was all off, and it would have been great. It would have been great as 2 movies. I think 2 movies would have been perfect for it. Even better, you could have named it There, and then the second one Back Again. Though, obviously, just the word There as a name for a Hobbit, the Hobbit, colon, There. It's like, wait, that's not actually a good name, never mind. Well, wait, no, wait, you name it The Hobbit 1 and then The Hobbit 2, or whatever, like, names you want, or, like, The Hobbit and then The Hobbit War of whatever, but then, or, maybe The Smoky Mountain, or whatever it was called, but then you can release them as, like, the 2-pack, and then the 2-pack is named The Hobbit, There and Back Again. So... thinking of how Divergent was canceled, so the last movie they made was half a book because the studio didn't want to make the other half. Oh gosh, what a mess. I'm almost done. Well, one second. I think it's time for me to look at this tree from the distance again, actually. Let me go all the way over there. I'm really bad with actor names. Like, it's one of those annoying things where I would be familiar with them the moment I remember what the name applies to, but I can... Oh, man. It's so embarrassing how bad I am at remembering names. How do I get up there? Do I have a thing? I guess it doesn't help that I also don't like to assume. It's like, oh, is that them? It's like, no, you idiot. It's this completely other character. Or other person. Oh, that is actually kind of looking cool. It's a heck of a lot of work, this whole situation. Oh, man. I really like... It's got snow on it and everything from the rain earlier. It's really cool. I just wish, like, I could get... I think I might go up there and put snow on myself, maybe. And no, that's fine, I think. So, I'm going to have it come down a little further, and then I think I'll be... Well, that is pretty good. Okay, you know what? I think I'll work on... I'll use, like, this set of stacks that I've got right now, but I might resist adding more. By the way, I guess I could consider this area called, like, Pumpkin Hill or something. That is nice. I gotta finish his house, though. You know... Carrot and Kazoo Hill. I should put some carrots down. Yeah, the little opening here, and then you swim up, and that is actually really neat looking. I gotta do something about the torches. Unfortunately, this is 1.12, so I don't have the lanterns, which is 1,000 times better than torches for the vast majority of builds, I swear. Or, yeah, the lanterns. You need to download and replace the splash zone with... Sploosh! Dear goodness me. That would be really silly. I think I could just get a data pack that changes that. Like, I'll just do it for like one stream here or there. Speaking of movies, and studios doing stupid stuff, deep down thinking about it, hey, welcome to the stream. Deep down, I didn't think about it when it was released, but the Kim Possible live-action movie is kind of lumped in with, like, Disney just making random live-action things just for everything. Ah! Okay. Like, I kind of forgot, because it's like, yeah, that's still Disney. There's still, that's still, like, them making a live-action movie of something that didn't need it. It's just, this is like for the Disney Channel side of things. It's like, what, huh? I actually am kind of surprised I didn't think about this previously. Just like one more later. Was it any good? Okay, so I haven't watched it. Like, I've watched a bunch of clips from it, and I've watched, like, half a dozen reviews of it, but I didn't actually myself get a chance to watch it. Yeah, Nickelodeon was kind of doing that a bit for a while, too, I guess. And you know what? Cartoon Network kind of got into this situation a little bit, too, because Cartoon Network, well, they weren't making remakes. Yeah, one second, let me sleep and then let me finish this bit and I'll get to that. Cartoon Network wasn't really making remakes, but Cartoon Network was like the channel where everything, like most things was cartoons, and then they had this like block that was for live action shows, and then basically everything became live action shows for a while. But anyway, yeah, so the reviews, so, okay, mixing in a bit of my own thoughts about it, a lot of the reviews found it weird. Like, it's one of those things where people couldn't quite tell who the demographic of the Kim Possible movie was. It's one of those things where it wasn't really great in the regard of, like, new people could become fans of the series through it exactly, because it really didn't. It wasn't like trying to be like very like canon to the story. It was a little bit messy in weird ways. In a weird way, I think it's also like setting up for like a new like live. I think it's gonna have a sequel. I'm pretty dang sure that thing is gonna have a sequel, man. But anyway, it's not for old fans. I don't really. It doesn't feel like it would be making new fans. Like, unlike Kim Possible, which I felt like. Well, Kim Possible I thought was like for like kind of for teens. Oh, no, well, like 10-year-olds maybe. I don't know what the demographic of Kim Possible was, but it didn't treat its viewers dumb. But the live action one kind of does feel like it's like treating its viewers dumb. Oh yeah, that is one funny thing. Even though some people say he doesn't look very much like enough like Ron, that's like the most positive thing about the movie. That guy sounds like Ron. That guy is Ron. Ron was like perfect, literally just completely perfect. Yeah, so like yeah, it's hard to tell like who the Kim Possible movie was made for, I guess, because it was very kiddie, like especially like kiddie, like it felt like it was for a younger audience than the original show, is I guess how I feel about it. And I am someone who watched a lot of Kim Possible like growing up, like when it came out into my teen years, and it's a show like, here's the thing about Kim Possible and my feelings on it. It's not like I've grown out of Kim Possible. I recently watched a couple episodes. I still find the show incredibly good. It's very enjoyable. It's very well written. It's funny. It's like, it's one of those, it's definitely in that lump of shows that did a good job at being for kids, but so like parents could enjoy, or like just like, oh, you're watching it with your siblings, or like, it's definitely one of those things. It's like, it was a golden era of like cartoons for kids. It like, well, maybe not an era, but like it was definitely in that lump of like really good cartoons that I enjoyed as a kid, I enjoy now. People didn't associate with the trend because one of the main things people associate with Disney is black. Yeah, well, I think it was just because like when people think like Disney movies, see, I guess that's the thing why it might not have been associated with the trend, is it's one of the few cases where like a Disney cartoon is getting like the live action treatment. But it's not like it's a remake of like the Kim Possible movies, because there were multiple Kim Possible movies. It's nothing like any of those. It's actually kind of funny when you think how kiddie the live action one is, but then like you think of the Kim Possible movie and it's like you got like Kim like staring down at like a tower collapsing, that like from her perspective it's like she knows Shigo could be dead, right? Like, is Shigo dead? No. It's like, dear goodness, it was like really like dark, that whole like situation there during that movie. Disney live action Doug and people get angry. Oh no. Honestly, I think a lot of people would be happy with how they would cast him, because I know, like, a lot of people, obviously, for obvious reasons, feel like he was basically supposed to be like a black dude. And I think it's actually confirmed. And obviously, if they did a live action Doug, I think they would just cast like just a normal dude, like a normal black dude that, you know, fill those shoes. DuckTales live action would just be actual ducks. Yep, there it is. And yeah, I feel like everybody would be okay with him just being blue. Which is ironic because everybody was upset that Genie wasn't blue in the first trailer. I do just find it kind of funny because at least I would be okay with it. Which is also funny because I'm one of those people that's like, why is Genie not blue? I'm confused. I don't know. I hope if we got a Phineas and Ferb live action, it would just be like, have you ever seen those like horrifying costumes of Phineas and Ferb? So actually, just to clear up, really quick, Genie was only like not blue in the first trailer for Aladdin, I think it was. And the whole thing was, I guess they decided, oh, we'll show his first appearance with him, like, he has, like, a human disguise form, I guess. Don't turn away from me. But, like, he's blue in the movie. For most of it. It's just there's those scenes, and I guess that was just, he wasn't blue. Unless they changed it last minute, which, to be honest, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a last minute change, because the first trailer, the blue looked really bad, and then the second trailer, you had like the same scenes or something, and it looked a lot better. So I'm thinking like they post-processed that like real quick and then fixed it up for the movie. Or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he was always blue. He's blue. Abba-dee-abba-die. Abba-dee-abba-die. That's a movie I haven't seen in forever. What's the name of the movie that had that song? I think that was a Disney movie, actually, now that I think about it. There was this live action, like for TV Disney movie or something that, like, I think some dude, like just some kid, gets like his script stolen by some producer dude. Was it Big Fat Liar? Yeah, because like they turned him blue. Oh, that was Universal, was it? Huh, I guess maybe, did they show it on Disney Channel or something? Because I'm pretty sure I only ever saw that on like TV. Yeah, I guess that makes sense that would be Universal now that I think about it. But no, yeah. That movie, I watched that several times as a kid. It was pretty funny. If I recall, there's like a part where like they like mess up his car. Like they kind of like change so everything like leads to everything else. And weirdly enough, I think he like figures out how to get around it because he's like so incredibly comically spiteful. That them trying to like mess him up, he does like everything in his power to like counteract it. I don't remember, but it is really was a really funny movie. Ah. Now, the I'm Blue Abadi Abadai song has a really weird music video with like Alamaus. It's very strange. Getting all this dirt is a pain. But anyway, going back to that Kim Possible movie, though, I can kind of sum up why the demographic situation is confusing by one of the first scenes in the movie. So she's trying to get to the bus, which I find weird because did she always do the bus in like the early parts of the series? I guess that's another weird thing. It doesn't really correspond to any like particular part of like the series. Because like, I mean, in the series, you've got like actual like small little bits of progress here. Like, you know, getting vehicle, like I think driver's license, like learner's permit stuff happened. And I think like Ron got like his little moped, which like then eventually they got into like a relationship. Like there was a lot of like little stuff like that was going on over the course of the series. But like I think think the movie was just like them just starting that year of school, so I guess it was like kind of a reset backwards. And I'll continue this in just a second. I need to use the restroom, actually. I'm coming back.
Egg.
But that would require them being subscribed to Proton John. Which, I mean, maybe everybody just so happens to be subscribed to him. Everybody in that movie is terrible, and that's what it makes... Oh, the, Big Fat Liar? Yeah. It was a silly movie. But, anyway, no, yeah, so the Kim Possible movie thing... so yeah, I guess it's like a reboot. Give me a second. Is everything fine over here? Oh no, ew, it's on the floor. I was gonna. Disappointed. Sorry, I had a glass or like a cup with a tea bag in it. I was gonna get more tea later, but now it's all gross and covered in floor. Great, wonderful. Oops, that's fine. Nothing's broken, I don't think, so we're good. Anyway, there it is. Double Proton John references. Anyway, continuing on. Wait, no, not continuing yet. Continuing on. So it's like I guess it's like a reboot. Because, like, a lot of, like, the character... I did not go get leaves. How am I supposed to leaves without leaves? A lot of the characters, like, everything's reset to, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a reboot. It's definitely, like, a reboot movie. Definitely. 100% reboot movie. Anyway. And, so, yeah, what I was getting at is... So, the intro of the movie, she's trying to get to the bus. She's doing, like, backflips and... Like, it's not. She kind of like did a lot of silly stuff in the show, but she's just randomly backflipping towards the bus, and I guess like there's a lady nearby who just so like happened to like let go of her what's the push crib baby stroller. Yeah, she I guess just so happened to like let go of it, and the baby starts rolling down the street. Not the baby in the stroller. And I think what's worse is it's like a flat street from what I remember. So like it's just a baby very vaguely rolling down the street. It's not like Secret Agent Cody Banks, where that's like going down like San Francisco or whatever. Gosh, that's another old weird movie. And there's like no like actual stakes going on here, because let's be honest, that woman could have probably easily gotten her baby stroller back. But like, so she's got to go get that, and oh man, the only stress of the scene is, you know, she's got to do it before the bus leaves, even though, you know, that would be really rude of the bus driver to obviously be able to see her, and yeah, but so she gets the baby stroller, and then she like grabs her like I think she uses her like grappling hook, and She grappling hooks towards the bus or something like that. I haven't seen this in a while. I can't remember exactly everything. And she gets to the bus and everything's great. It's one of those things that you feel like if you read it on the internet, you'd expect like the story to end with, and then everyone clapped, but sorry. Wait, did it? Wait, I can't remember. Did everybody clap in this scene? I would be horrified if they actually did. But yeah, so the general stakes of it is very low and very silly. Like, this is a very long scene. This is a kind of disturbingly drawn out scene from what I recall. Like, there's no reason for this to have gone on this long kind of scene. And from what I remember, even though, you know, Draken's in it, you know, there's a villain plot going on, that kind of stuff is there. It has a very heavy focus on, like, the school aspect of Kim Possible, which is very weird because, like, I don't know. It always felt a little more balanced in the show. And just in general, like, the school stuff, I don't know. Something's off about how it was in the movie from my perspective. Maybe it's just there was too much of it. I think it's just because of the plot line that I'll get to in a second. It gets wacky. It gets really weird, like dumb weird, like someone's DeviantArt fanfic weird. Well, okay, maybe not DeviantArt. Maybe just someone's like fanfic weird. And when I say fanfic, I don't mean, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said weird. Maybe just bad. Just poorly made bad. Not, okay, sorry. Okay, let's just reset this situation. It's just like a poorly written plot. That's all I'm trying to say here. It really is like fanfic territory, though. Anyway, so reset button. If only I had Vinny's duck button. Wait,
I have a reset like that. Wait a second.
I don't know. My chat isn't large enough to actually need such a reset device. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway. Where was I? So, okay, let me talk about... That leaf looked like a spider and I got really scared. Let me talk about Draken real quick. I'm convinced the guy that did his part did as good as he could with the script he was given. He was like decent enough. However, that said, the script he was given involved duck facing a phone at one point. Yeah, I don't know why. Also, okay, one reviewer pointed out something very odd about the movie. I don't know how he expects me to moderate all these people. Gosh, at some point I'm gonna have to like add Thomas or someone as a moderator. It's gonna get bad one day. I say Thomas as if he's a last resort. I just mean, I guess that's just me saying at some point it can't just be my handful of friends. Like, friends I've had for 10 years, friends. Anyway. So, one of the details one of the reviewers pointed out is this movie has a really weird, like, really weird stance on cameras. Like, their characters take pictures of themselves, like, you know, they take selfies. There's a lot of selfies in the movies. But they've got these weird phones that don't have, like, buttons or cameras. It's just, like, a slab of, like, phone-esque looking thing. I think as the reviewer put it, it was like an uncanny valley phone. Where it sort of looked like a phone, but it was missing a lot of little details that make... Like, I guess they didn't want an actual phone brand to potentially be on screen. I don't know. It was really weird. Also, my bitrate is at like 400. You're 4,000 kilobytes per second. That's way too high. What in the world is happening? Disney's trying to take me down. Here, let me look at this from a distance again. So yeah, the phones didn't have cameras on it, and like Draken at the beginning of the movie or whatever, she goes breaking him out of prison, and he's in like one of those weird glass prisons because you know why not? Oh yeah, Depth Strider 3, baby. I'm gonna miss these boots when we transfer over. Oh, that looks really cool, actually. Okay. So, he's in, like, this weird glass prison, and, like, there are no cameras recording Shigo breaking him out of prison, I think? Or, wait, no, I think it is recorded. But, like, there's visually no cameras that would have recorded him. But, like, another, like, weird detail. So, you know how Kim Possible, she's got her communicator. It's that nice little... It's this nice little device, the little handheld device. I always thought it was cool. I felt like it was an iconic little thingy. But, so, it's a necklace now. Like, for some reason, it's just a necklace that projects, like, Wade out into the air in front of her. And, like, but like, he can see her, and he can even see her mom enter the room, and like he says hello to her and everything. But like, where's the camera for this holographic device? Because the way he can see her makes no sense because it's just a hologram. I think that looks really good. I definitely think that's enough tree. But even weirder. Okay, so in Kim Possible, there was actually a specific attention to detail that I really liked. So when you would see on the communicator, you would see like Wade's face. But then when it would go to the scene where like Wade's in the room, it would be like a like sort of backed up visual. So you could actually see he had a webcam on his computer like I do right now so you can see me. So basically it would be like when they would like show him in his like little room there, it would be like if there was a camera behind the webcam I've got right now. So it was a little attention to detail where when it like zoomed out like that, you could see the webcam that was the image that Kim could see. And they just, like, he doesn't have a webcam or anything like that. He's got, like, a cool techie room. So he can't, like, there's no camera to actually be seeing his projector. But also there's no camera, unless he's literally got cameras in Kim's room. And it's like, what? Sorry, it's just those little weird things where somehow this little like movie has worse continuity than a cartoon. I don't know. It really did just seem like it was just like strung together in ways. Huh. Oh yeah, I know what I was gonna do. And it was funny because the same reviewer also noted how this guy can do a lot of damage with that shovel. The reviewer also noted how, you know, it's one of those weird things where it's like, oh, they tried to make a room all like tech, like, I don't know. Disney has an obsession with like really like, oh man, our characters have to have like really weird like high tech cool rooms, and they had like this closet that slid out with like clothes, I guess, outfits, and it was funny because I think the reviewer noted that like that closet looked like worse than like the one that they had in, I think it was iCarly. It really, the prop design in this little movie thingy was really bad. just in general. But that's just like a side, like, detailing note. Oops, oops, oops. Anyway, where was I? Sorry, there's actually a lot. I obviously watched enough to know, like, a lot of weird details. What can I talk about next? Okay, so another side note. In Kim Possible, they did give, like, they gave us backstory sort of deal for how they came across Rufus. The naked mole rat. Ron's pet. And, you know, it was a simple backstory, but it was cute on its own. But in this movie, they're just in some lab, and I guess they just happen across him, and he's there now. Just part of the group. Helps them do like one or two things, not really much, to be honest. Anyway, let's you know the plot of Austin Powers, right? That's the thing I'm thinking of, I think. Or maybe it's the sequel where Dr. Evil is trying to steal his mojo. That is kind of arguably the plot of the Kim Possible movie. Oh yeah, Bob Ross. I think those streams run 24 hours. If you need like something to watch when I'm not streaming, you can just put those on. It's really good. I wonder if his son is on Twitch. But where was I? Yeah, so basically, here's. Okay, so but before I actually get into explaining that that weird plot line, so here's why it's a bit of a, like, it feels like a fanfic. So in the movie, Kim's having like a really bad first day of school and stuff, because, you know, why not? And she meets a girl who is also having a really bad day, and they become really good friends, I guess. Probably. I think, yeah, I think just immediately they become friends. And they start like doing a lot of stuff together. Now keep in mind, I'm pretty sure this girl definitely isn't like the friend that Kim actually has. I forget her name. Was the bully girl Monique, or was she has the Kim Possible has a friend. I can't remember her name though. Crud. I don't remember. I'm bad at names. But yeah, so it's not like the same girl from, you know, the actual show that she's friends with here. I can't remember. I think her friend might be in it, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, so she meets this girl. This girl's having a bad day. They become friends. They start doing stuff together. And awkwardly, it turns out that her friend starts, like, kind of is better than Kim at, like, everything. Like, everything. But then this girl accidentally gets, like, involved in the, like, Kim Possible, like, the spy, like, hero stuff. And it turns out she's better than Kim
At that, too. You starting to understand why this sounds like fanfics to me? You starting to understand why it sounds like fanfics? I'm you, but better. Let's be friends. No.
Oh boy. So bad. Well, I don't think you're twiddling your thumbs. I just figure you probably, you like background noise, because like I assume you do stuff. Well, no, you're like relaxing for the night when you're watching my streams, I guess. I just figured you were probably like, oh, you'd probably do stuff while watching or something. Oh, there was a lot of spruce leaves in here and I forgot. Whoopsies. I didn't need to be shaving all those trees. But, anyway. Where was I? Where was I? Okay, so yeah, so this girl just so happens to be Kim, but better. And, you know, as things go on, as things go on, it turns out, so I think Kim gets all embarrassed because, like, her friend gets captured, her new friend that's better than her at, like, everything. And Kim, like, fails miserably to save her or something like that. And, but when this girl is captured, we see, like, from Draken's perspective, and it turns out that Draken made this girl. This girl's actually a robot. And this girl was a robot designed to steal all of, like, Kim's, like, abilities. Like, it's like copy her mojo. Let's be honest. It's basically that. It really is basically just, that movie. Oh, let me sleep. Let's see. I am swinging an axe in bed. Where was I? It's so Austin Powers edition. But if I recall, so like when it comes time to when it comes time to actually, like, so I think Draken was gonna take the information from, oops, don't want these on while I do that, from the robot girl and, like, download it, and then, like, he would have Kim Possible's abilities stolen from her. Well, but Kim still had her abilities. It was just copied, I guess. It's basically Cell from Dragon Ball, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so Kim gets copied, I guess, and so Draken, you know, he goes to use the robot to get the abilities, but the robot learns that, oh no, for him to actually do that, I'm gonna die. And also, wait a second, Kim was so nice to me. And Kim and her entire family are currently captured. And, oh no. And so, she sacrifices herself to save Kim and her family. And the whole place explodes. And oh no. And it's one of those awkward cases where, yet again, this is like a fanfic thing. Where it's like, I'm a clone of you. And I'm gonna sacrifice you because I want to save you. It's like, there's, I don't know why, but like this very like self-insert-esque character just really does feel like like a bunch of fanfic tropes. I can't get past how fanfic-esque it is. Like it can't just be me, right? I don't know. So silly. But then, like, at the end, it turns out she survived, and now because she was so nice, she gets to be a permanent part of Kim Possible's group. It's lovely. She's here forever. And yeah, oh, everything's great at the end. Happy ending. Everybody's fine. But then, okay, here's why I think this is a reboot that they're gonna try to make more things from. This here is why I think that they're gonna make more. because at the end of the movie, I guess, so Draken, I guess, survives the explosion too, or I don't remember if there was, like, anything wrong going on for him that actually would have risked his life, but yeah, he survived everything, and, then, somehow, like, it turned him into a child? I'm not kidding, he's like, well, okay, the weird part is, I think he looks, like, younger than Kim's age group. But he shows up at the school. Like, child Draken, which, one thing I will say, this isn't, like, pulled out of a hat like something the series never did before. In the series, he did once deliberately turn himself into a kid. But, like, is this their plan? Are they gonna, like, have another one where they've got, like, child Draken, like, trying to mess up her school life or something? Like, oh boy. It's very silly. The whole situation is very silly. Need some glass panes for here. But yeah, I mean, that's most of what I can say about the film. It was weird, to say the least. Felt like there was more. I wonder. Oh yeah, I gotta fill it over here. This is about to when I was gonna stop streaming. I'm almost done with what I was doing. I think... yeah, I'm gonna keep going for a little while more. That looks kind of weird. Maybe I can just, like... wait a second. Yeah, that might look better. Kind of like a slanted roof situation. Yeah, that's way better. Oh yeah, there's stuff here. Okay, let me chop this. But anyway, that was way longer of a rant than it ever needed to be. Let's be honest here. There's no reason I should be this upset about Kim Possible. No reason in my entire gosh darn life. My life is too good to be complaining about this. Clearly. Halfway listened to. Well, hello, Agent Gold. Yeah, I guess that would be quite of a halfway listening to situation. I should have taken the elevator. This room I'm not going to actually change up any. Oh, there's some coal in there. Good. Oh, that's kind of nice. I need some birch. Come on, there's got to be some somewhere around here, right? You know, if I remember what it looks like, too. Ah, there's some. Maybe some more than that. This is, like, really gross looking here. Why is this all dug out? You know what? I think it was coal, and more than likely Tor was like, ooh, coal! Dig, 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 dig. Probably. Like, I feel like I'd definitely have to go back to the streams to check that out, to see if that's actually what happened. But I would not be surprised. Maybe oh, you know what? Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was sand? And we needed sand, probably. Oops. That sand's gone forever now. No. Well, no. I don't need this single block of dirt there. Whatever, that looks a little better, I guess. Sort of. Wait a second. Why is this... even more of this is done... what in the world is this? Huh? What is this? Huh? let's just, oh, that was originally, it doesn't look good. Whatever, I'll fix that later. This is ugly mess that needs cleaned up. You know, it is funny. Just goes down this far. Oh, boy. Okay, back one up. But, live action remakes. Is The Lion King out yet? Is that, like, a thing people have watched, or is that still upcoming? I haven't really been keeping up with, like, when things are releasing. Because out of all of them, I know that's, like, one of the first they started doing, but that's still the one that makes the least sense to me, to be completely honest. Like, there's some energy I feel like you lose with real-looking lions. Also, just the weird fact that it's, you know, real-looking lions. This is not centered with the actual... I want everything to be pure. Let me get rid of this for now. Actually, I wonder what you could argue started, quote, quote, the whole live-action remake situation. Like, what, like, major release... Because I know, like, they've been, like, it's not like this has been, like, none of this has ever happened in the history of Disney, but it's, like, the recent trend for Disney. Like, I can't remember... was it Lion King? Like, has that been out for a very long time and I just forgot? I need some half slabs. Lion King feels like it came out 500 years ago. The remake. Okay, so it has been out. Like, did it do well? Like, I really have not been paying attention to anything ever. My life has been weird lately. It's been hard to, like, care. Wait, did it come out? I don't know! I'm confused! It didn't? Okay, wait, is Disney... Oh, July 18th. Oh, so it's out in like a couple days. Okay, I was gonna say, if it wasn't out, or if it wasn't like coming out soon, I was gonna wonder if like, is Disney trolling us? Wait, but Aladdin's been... Wait a second, huh? Wasn't Aladdin announced after Lion King? So Aladdin was like done first, even though it was announced, huh? I'm so confused. Like, hardly any of these, like, there's like way more announced than there are out. It's just bizarre. Yeah, oh yeah! I forgot about The Little Mermaid. Even though I was literally just talking about it like yesterday. Okay. Okay. I mentioned this previously. And I joked about this on Twitter. But The Little Mermaid still has me having that, like, that weird feeling that, like, okay, if they're, like, recasting, someone as, like, a person of color, I guess, like a, you know, tan or, dark-skinned person, for some weird reason, it feels like redheads are the characters that get recast the most. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head all of, like, the good examples. Somebody had, like, a massive list of, like, one or two dozen, like, redhead characters that got recast like that. Like, I think, actually, one of the few I remember is Starfire from that Teen Titans show recently. Which I guess is another... Well, I mean, that's a franchise that kind of was inevitable to have a live action. Because, I mean, the DC and Marvel and everything. Yeah, Toy Story 4 just came out. Man, Disney is, like, really flooding the market right now. Because, also, don't forget, Marvel now belongs to Disney. So, like, anytime a Marvel movie comes out, technically, that's a Disney movie coming out, to some extent. Wait, didn't they also successfully buy, like, Fox or something recently? I mean, Disney's disturbing because they're really pushing the boundaries of, how much you can own before the government will get to you these days. I don't like Disney, man. I don't like Disney. They really do own most of the movie market at this point. You know, Disney, to an extent, like, I mean, I would definitely argue it, you know, was better back when, you know, Disney was alive. Just, like, the classic stuff was, like, a little more reasonable, but to an extent, the company has always been, like, a little shady. Though back in the day, the worst they did was edit out his cigarettes. Which in that regard, that, like, I guess you could argue is shady, but it does have, like, the bright side that, hey, at least kids aren't seeing, like, their idol smoking cigarettes, so there is, like, a positive spin on the concept, but it's like, nowadays, it's like, we are your corporate overlords. Ha ha! But unfortunately, us as consumers are terrible and also will keep buying Disney-related stuff. Though, granted, honestly, I mean, I don't watch very, very many movies these days, to be completely honest. Just in general. But to an extent, like, I don't watch very much Disney either, because I haven't really been keeping up with, like, the new releases. You know what? I'm changing the door to be here. Just so I can do something. Like, I mean, I do want to watch a lot of these movies, but I haven't been, like, getting to it, you know? But because we're done with the Infinity War, like, saga, or whatever you want to call it, the Thanos culture war, part of, Marvel, I'm kind of, like, I'm good with Marvel for a while, I think. Kind of just, What am I doing? Wait, what am I doing? Like, I don't know if I'll watch the latest Spider-Man. I didn't even end up watching Captain Marvel. And that was kind of technically still part of the whole Infinity War thingy. I don't know. I lost interest, I guess. There's a couple I might watch, I guess. I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head I'm very interested in right now. Because I guess one thing is, even though I think the new Spider-Man stuff is pretty okay looking, I didn't end up watching... I didn't actually end up getting around to watching the Spider-Man, and of course I haven't watched Far From Home yet. Homecoming, that's the one. There we go. That's a good way to put it. Wait, no, not quite yet. We're going full on for this design. But no, yeah. So it's, I don't know. Which I did like. I still do like Spider-Man stuff because I really enjoyed Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, burnt people out. It's like one movie every 2 years. I feel like it was a movie every year at some point. Yeah, Spider-Verse was great. Now, of course, now that I've watched... Recently I watched a movie... I think Saberspark just reviewed it, but there's a movie called Cats Don't Dance, which I really enjoyed. 2 per year. 2 per year. Oh. Gosh. It's worse than Pokemon with that release amount. It's just so much. But, anyway, what I was saying, though, about, ever since I watched Cats Don't Dance, all I can think of, so there's a character called Max in that, and he's like the OG of this big giant buff version of Kingpin. He's the only person who could ever truly defeat Kingpin. I mean, in a fist fight. He's so buff. You know what? I'm gonna modify this a little bit real quick. Going to add, let's see. So if I go like this low, we're underground. Okay, I see why this wasn't like this previously. So if I can I add, oh, that's perfect! Oh, snap! Yeah, let's add a door here. That, hey, buddy! And that's why I have destruction turned off. Like some kind of coward. I am a coward. Very, very much so. Sure, a door here too. Well, what about no, that's worse. Well, what if I modify this a little? Yes. Truly, the character Max from Cats Don't Dance is my first animation crush. And by crush, I mean what he does to my skull. Sorry. It's dumb. Dumb joke. Dumb, stupid joke. Yeah, that looks fine. I like this kind of ground level entrance I've just added. And then you got this right here. It's like, oh... That's nice, I guess. Oh, it's nighttime. Let me go deal with that before another creeper pounces upon my life force. But yeah, just... I don't... Okay, I guess that's okay, it is funny how I don't really watch that many movies these days. But to an extent... I think that can slightly be blamed upon the fact that I've become addicted to anime. Now, I don't know why, but well, okay, I say I don't know why, but I definitely know why I've taken such a over the top liking to anime, and it really is just because you can do so much with the format. like one of my favorites right now. Well, okay, actually thinking about it, basically all of my favorites right now have some weird, crazy gimmick. Like One Piece, for instance. I'm really into One Piece. I keep up with it every week. And, like, could you imagine the CGI budget if you just wanted to, if you wanted to make, like, a live-action series for this? Like, you can't have 900 episodes of a guy with stretchy arms. That's super expensive. That's too expensive. I mean, a show like The Flash might attempt such a thing, but you can see it doesn't really work out too well in their favor at times. Oh, I just realized I could make this a little better. But funny enough, having a very similar-ish name, then another show I'm into right now is One Punch Man, which actually I'm caught up to the manga and the webcomic of that. I'm way too into that one. And that's like, holy moly. Again, a thing you wouldn't really see, like, a TV series for. See, I think that's the thing. I think, I'm into watching TV shows more than I am into watching movies, is the big thing. And I'm into watching anime, especially, because, anime is very focused on, like, continuous plot lines, progressing characters, like, it's a lot more story driven. There's like a lot more going for it in a way. Which animation in, like, over this side of the world, meanwhile, cartoons are very, like, episodic, like, oh, episode to episode concepts, all that kind of stuff. You really don't get very much. Like, the most you get is something like Gravity Falls was good. It was very, like, you know, episodic still, but it was story driven. It was decently story driven for a cartoon over here, which we are getting more of. See, that is a thing that is becoming more popular, because now we've got things like Steven Universe, which, I mean, while it's that one's actually, that one's weird because it wants to be both. Because, like, you as the viewer, you're like, oh man, I can't wait to see, like, oh gosh, sorry, now that I'm thinking about it, Steven Universe is not the greatest example. Actually, Steven Universe is, like, an example of how it kind of doesn't work out in, like, the way we handle cartoons compared to how Japan tends to. Because, like, on one side of things, it's got a lot of cool concepts, but on the other side of things, you get, like, you learn more about the mayor, like, getting a job at the donut shop than you do learning about the inner workings of, like, the heavy lore that it's trying to sort of have. Like, it upsets people constantly how we can get, like, half a dozen episodes for, like, the townsfolk. And then we finally get plotline, and we get, like, 2 episodes, and it, like, rapid fire covers, like, everything. It's to the point where a lot of people that continuous plotline is still drowning in episodic stuff that most cartoon. Yeah. Well, okay, so here's the further awkward part. The show basically started as a Monster of the Week show. That would have been great to have like episodic, like, you know, Monster of the Week. That's like a popular episodic format for like what we get over here. But we started getting less of that as the series goes on. The series started with like a lot of like mystical items and like weird monsters and like a lot of odd stuff like that. And then like it had episodes like that featured a lot of the townsfolk. But like as the show went on, it very much felt like it was focusing more and more of just the random happenings of the townsfolk with like little bits of like monster stuff mixed in. It unfortunately, when the good plot started picking up was when the Monster of the Week stuff just kind of fizzled out. Like it just got pushed to the wayside. Kind of weird like situation just the whole thing seemed to be. I'm gonna grab some of this real quick. This is like a hole in the wall anyway. Because, yeah, we don't have any smooth stone down here. Oh, well, we have some smooth stone down here. It's generally really weird. And in a weird way, like, it gets to the point where a lot of people joke that they feel like Rebecca Sugar just wanted to make a show about, like, the drama between Sadie and, Lars. Because there's so much Sadie and Lars. And it's another one of those cases where it's like, it feels like it goes nowhere. Maybe that would, like, make people a little more okay with it, is we got so many episodes about, like, the characters Sadie and Lars. Okay, that's not a hole in the wall like I thought it was. And it always kept feeling like their relationship kept resetting until, like, the very end of the series. Well, okay. That's something I can actually bring up. So, I've got a design philosophy for cartoons and shows in general that Steven Universe very much does not fall into properly. So, my general design philosophy for cartoons, and you'll notice some of the best cartoons follow this philosophy, is you need your characters structured in a pyramid type way, where you've got a main character, then you've got secondary characters, and then you've got characters under those and theirs. And, like, basically the pyramid goes down, everybody's a little less focused on. So, at the top, everybody, like, a lot of focus. The main character gets a lot of focus. You can have multiple main characters. A lot of focus up here, and it works its way down. And you'll notice a lot of shows that get very convoluted, their pyramids, like, are very flat, or like a tube. That's the best way I can describe some of the issue here. And Steven Universe, I would say, is a very flat pyramid. It very much, like, the focus is all over the place. There's, like, so many characters get, like, a lot of spotlight. Like, some, like, main characters feel like they're sharing the spotlight with side characters. There's a lot of, like, weirdness like that. Yeah. And, of course, there's plenty of side characters that don't get very much focus, but there's just a lot going on, like, and they keep adding characters, and yeah, it's like a menu where, like, the chef refuses to get rid of some things that are not really necessary anymore. I don't know. It definitely, you need definitely a lot of focus, and I guess that's one thing I like about, you know, a lot of anime and stuff, is it tends to have a very good focus where, like, I mean, let's say One Piece, for instance. You've got, at the top, Luffy. Luffy is the main character. Actually, One Piece is a great example, because One Piece has hundreds of characters. Like, hundreds of characters. The amount of characters, plot lines, backstories, I mean, it's 900 episodes long. It's got a lot that it's been working through, and it's, you know, the adventure, basically the structure of One Piece. Luffy wants to get to his ultimate goal at the end of the series. And the way the world is designed funnels him down this place which makes him hop from island to island to island, saving people and, like, just involved with so many things. So, like, every time they get to a new island, there's new characters, new stuff, and there's a lot of lore, and everything, like, ties into each other. But it works fine because Luffy is given the most focus. Then you've got the characters under him, like his crewmates, such as Zoro and Sanji, and a kind of a mix of the different crew. Like, it varies a little, like, who gets more focus, but I would say Zoro and Sanji as, like, the main two crew members. Well, goodbye, Glass. They kind of get, like, the secondary focus under him, but I don't know if that, like, is entirely true. Generally speaking, the top of the pyramid's Luffy, under him is his crewmates. Then you've got, like, the plot important characters. Then you've got, like, the lore important characters. Then under there you've got, like, the island, like, the allies, I guess you could say, like, the island characters that they come across. And then you've got under that is, like, the background characters. And the pyramid goes down very decently, I would say. Where, even though occasionally I do feel like I would rather be watching, like, different characters, it also helps that, like, they make you care about them, but then they don't, like, shove them in your face all the time, and it's a very complicated anime to explain, like, why it works, but it definitely works a lot better with its structure of its characters. And I think it also helps that due to the structure of the show, once an arc's over, you won't see certain characters very often again, or some characters will go away for a while, and it helps to have characters, you know, have their complete character arc, and then kind of, you know, go on and live their lives. Which I guess is just one of those awkward things about cartoons is, you know, very much like to bring back characters. And I guess when you have a show like... it doesn't work out for something like Steven Universe to have all of these characters getting so much focus because he's stuck basically living in the same town forever. He's always going to be seeing these characters, like, all the time. So they come up again and again and again. I don't know. It's not the worst thing. But I think also, I guess part of what makes One Piece... Oh, did my stream crash? Uh-oh. Are we dead? Are we dead? Hello? Okay. Sorry, so... Okay, no, my stream's fine. I just had to make sure. So my streaming software, it has a viewers count, and usually there's at least one person there, because obviously there's, like, 3 people here right now. It ticked to 0 even though you guys are in chat, which usually means the stream is crashed, but I guess not this time. Oh, whoops. That's not supposed to be like that. But, yeah, in Steven Universe, another thing, I guess another thing that doesn't help it is the issue that, like, the townsfolk and everything are unfortunately not really the most interesting parts of the show at all. Because, you know, when you have your show basically start with the premise that, you know, Steven's protected by his guardian keepers, that they're always fighting monsters and they're finding strange artifacts that can do bizarre and amazing things, and then you get, like, most of the episodes being about this character's sad. I don't know. It's just it's maybe a little silly. Oh, I just realized. I don't think... Yeah, I didn't do this right. Wait, can I... No. That makes this kind of annoying. Wait, maybe not. I think even more so, I would say early series did a better job of combining the two. Like, there was an episode where, and you're gonna find it funny, it was Sadie and Lars with Steven. There was an episode where Steven goes out to an island using a teleporter, and Sadie and Lars like came along with him, and they're like, you know, they're adventuring around, but then they can't find the teleporter to get back, so they're stuck on an island, and it's like, oh, well, this is not good. And I think actually like months passed, like or at least a couple weeks passed. They're stuck on this island for a very long time. Like they are legitimately like stranded here, and yeah, like a monster attacks them during it. It's, you know, it's a decently interesting episode. He kind of is a side character to his own show sometimes, which actually a lot of people bring up a kind of another issue that brings in, but I'll get to that in a moment. But which that episode actually has a problem on its own. Yeah, it kind of is off screen a lot. Well, up until, see, that kind of does change a little, because that's kind of up until they start letting Steven like know more about it. Once he's like more in the know, it does become a bit more about him. But then in a weird way, at times it almost becomes too much about him. There's a lot of spoilers I can say. I don't know if anybody in this chat cares, but the show gets like really weird and like very Steven focused. But actually, you know what? He's even a side. You know what? He's even a side character to his own. Gosh, he's even a side character. That is weird. Because like from the beginning of the show, I guess something that arguably is a spoiler to someone that's never watched the show at all, but it's something that I think is kind of there from basically day one. I don't know, I won't talk about it anyway. Yeah, I guess you can. I mean, I've talked a lot with you, Gold, about the whole situation of what, like, Steven's a weird side character to himself. But anyway. But yeah, one of those early episodes, I mean, then you get to the side of I can talk about weird stuff, like how nobody talks about well, aside from random people ranting on the internet, a lot of people don't talk about the weird implications about how, like, that island episode where, like, they gotta fight a little monster and Sadie, like, saves Lars and, like, all that kind of stuff. It's like, but then it turns out, like, it was her fault because she had hidden the portal and it was fine all along. Because, like, Lars is, like, really dramatic and she just thought, oh, some time away would be great, but she couldn't, like, get him to stay on the island, so she tried to force him to stay. And it's like, whoa, Sadie, you just trapped a guy on an island for a month, ruining, like, that portion of his life. It's like, wait a second, are we not gonna talk about this? Are we not gonna talk about the fact that Lars is usually the one considered the problem? I don't know. Which, awkwardly, part of the, like, the issue of how it's like we're going all around we're going around with these topics. It's like there's that whole drama, which in a weird way did not progress their relationship at all, but instead kind of pulled it back so it had to, like, improve again. Yeah, there's just so many angles where the show kind of, like, slingshots itself around a lot. I don't know. It's such a weird show to talk about. There's just so many things. And I think definitely... Okay, so What? Okay, here's another weird part. I feel like you've probably heard all of the weird stuff that's gone into the Garnet stuff, and her being like, wait, okay, actually, before I talk about it, like, I feel like it's everywhere on the internet, but I'm assuming you know all the details about like what's going on with Garnet and everything, right? Like, yeah, maybe. No. You said no spoilers, but I know there's a lot of things that kind of have just been talked about a lot on the internet. Oh, okay. So let's see. How can I make this vague? Oh, man. This is difficult. So I guess, there was just a plot-related element with Garnet at one point. Something that the fans, like, considered really big for her character and everything. And we get this weird thing where this is why, like, the plot annoys people with its pacing. Because you get, like, this situation that she's in, and this, like, big character development for her, and it has to share an episode with, like, big plot, like, points. like, you know, unrelated to her, like villains showing up, because I mean, it's a show with villains that happens occasionally, and it's like, wait a second, I don't feel like anybody benefits from this, because the people that care about Garnet and her character and everything, they don't get that to be the full focus of the episode, but the people that care about plot, they don't get that to be the full focus of the episode. Yeah, and it's 12-minute episodes, or 11-minute, because that's how cartoons work, I guess. It's like, everything's crammed in. And then, like, yeah, which I really like 24 minutes, or 22 or 24 or whatever. Perfect length for me. Half an hour, I can do that. And which is, I'll get into that in a little while. Yeah, so, like, and then, okay, that hits the other issue with Steven Universe. We have that whole situation happen where, like, we're left with, like, that, but, like, that's the end of the episode. And then we wait, like, 6 months for the next episode, because, dear goodness, what's a production cycle? Oh, my gosh. Oh, I don't got any normal wood on me. That's weird. Oh, I got a little bit, but not enough. Oh, here's some. And then, like, we get back to, like, the show after, like, weird cliffhanger stuff. And it turns out, like, the plot point's not as crazy as we thought it was. And, that's resolved, like, immediately. Oh, okay. Guess we can just immediately resolve such a thing. And then, oh, man, like... Oh, another thing is, like, resolved in, like, an episode, and, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Cartoon Network's basically trying to get rid of it. Cartoon Network does not like... See, that's one weird thing. These kinds of, like, very, like, story-driven shows are becoming more popular in the West, but networks don't like them. Networks like... easy to, like, put together things, which to an extent is probably why something like I Love You, Mau Mau will probably do pretty well, because it's got a good premise that can be, like, just made into, like, bad guy of the week, but it's, like, probably fun enough that we'll enjoy. But I don't think it's gonna have, like, much plotline stuff, so it's like, because, like, the network is gonna enjoy that, and, like, the viewers are gonna enjoy that, that's probably gonna do really well, and I think it looks cool, so meh. But yeah, oh yeah, they want reruns. They want, like, anybody can pop in at any time, which I guess is understandable. This looks kind of bad. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't... Oh, there goes that X finally. Oops. But anyway, Steven Universe. Network that likes more serialized stuff. Honestly, considering they've been mostly posting, like, the episodes go on the app first, and then they're shown. Honestly, yeah, I think just, like, online or something would probably benefit more. Like, I don't know. It's like, anime is put on streaming apps, like Hulu, Netflix, Crunchyroll. That's where anime thrives these days. And Steven Universe probably would, like, survive better on something like Netflix than it would on Cartoon Network. Yeah. Oh man, I'm really warm and I'm going over time. I'm gonna finish this topic and then I'll be finished up here, I think. So Steven Universe and ranting about it, I guess, is what I'm doing. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Where was I with weird stuff? Oh yeah, so I'm pretty sure. So yeah, where it's like weird and episodic, it really is crazy how quickly they handle the plot stuff, because like they squeeze it into like 24 minutes. Now I think we did get like a 30 or 40 minute special for the finale. So sorry, I don't know what I said that you're apologizing for. So sorry that I made you say sorry. I think the sort of finale was pretty, like, but it's still so fast. Like, every little plot line is being, like, resolved in this really rapid paced thing. It's like, oh man, that's a lot that we just experienced. Actually, you know what? So much was resolved in the season finale that I was actually surprised that that's not the series finale. Oh, okay. Well, wait. No, I'm still confused. Never mind. Yeah, it is crazy. Like how much plot stuff happened. I guess is all I'm saying. But anyway, so yeah, that's just me ranting about Steven Universe, which is kind of a very unintended thing that I didn't really mean to happen, because I was just talking about how cartoons are not serialized anymore, it feels. Or never were. Well, there was you know what? Cartoons started not really serialized, but then we got, like, I would say the 90s, we got a bunch of it, with, like, the Batman stuff, which had, like, constant plot lines alongside, like, bad guy of the week. That yeah, like, we got a lot of that kind of weird stuff in the 90s. There was a lot of, like, cool stuff, but you know, it goes back and forth a bit, though. How in the world did I get these here? Guess I just put them on. What am I doing? I need glowstone, I think, to finish this up tonight. That's magma blocks. But yeah, so oof, we're chugging hard right now. What is using all my memory? Expletive is like exploding. That's crazy. Anyway, just trying to remember what I was saying. So, oof, I really need to use the restroom again, but it's like the end of the stream. Yeah, so that's a lot of why I got into anime, I guess, is what I was getting at. Is just, I like something that has like a continuous plot that I can follow along and everything. But aside from that, I also, why I like stuff like that over movies, which movies, you know, they're big, like, full plot lines usually. Why I tend to prefer it over something like a movie, aside from the fact that it's a full series, or actually, why I prefer it over actual, like, there's a lot of stuff like, oh, you know, The Flash and, like, you know, Warehouse 13 and Eureka and, you know, all those, like, very popular action shows and, like, you know, shows with, like, a lot of Monster of the Week, but very much a lot of, like, continuous plotline stuff. Even, like, stuff like Stargate, which I really, really enjoyed Stargate, and that was, like, full-on, like, continuous story for the most part. The reason why I got, like, really into anime is honestly because of the 22-minute length stuff. Holy moly. You really cannot watch, like a show over here without it being 45 minutes or 44 minutes or whatever. They're so long. And even worse is, like, the first episode of, like, a season or a series is movie length. It's, you know, it's oh, what is it? Like, I guess it would be 88 minutes would be, like, the normal, like, what is it? An hour and 20 minutes, I guess. It's so long. Which I think it was what, Warehouse 13 that I started watching recently, where it was like 2 hours for the first episode, like the first, like, pilot bit. What was I just seeing through the wall? Okay, my computer is, I think, breaking. Uh-oh. That's not good. Game's, like, degrading rapidly, I think. I'm looking for visual glitches, sorry. Yeah, oh my gosh, my memory is maxed out. I need to end this soon. Yeah, so I really like being able to very easily just consume something. I don't like to commit to needing to have a 40 minute or an hour block of time to watch something. I want to be able to... Ah, crud. Oof. Wait, was that the... Yeah, I think that was the right one, right? Right? Wait, did I don't know. I'd like to, like, have the choice to put the thing down and not, like, feel like I'm being forced to watch something super long. Because that's all I want in life, is the choice. Because, like, it's silly, too, because... I think it's because, like, some nights, oh, I just want to watch, like, one episode of anime. And other nights, I watch, like, 5 episodes of whatever I've got. Like, I've been running out of animes, actually. I'm actually starting to get kind of desperate, because, like, I've even started watching weird, edgy stuff, like Tokyo Ghoul. That's, like, vaguely out of, like, the comfort zone of the amount of gore I usually would watch. Wait, is that? Yeah, that's in the right spot. That show is hilariously edgy, though, sometimes. But, yeah, so it really is just the committing to the block of time needed. That is, I guess, the whole reason for everything. Yeah, it is actually a really good show, though. As bizarre and extremely messed up as it is, I'm only, like, 5 episodes into that one. And I'm very curious, like, where it's going, because it's got that interesting dynamic where on, like, one side, like, yeah, the ghouls are kind of messed up, but not all of them. On the other side, the inspectors, you know, most of them, they're really just trying to do their job and helping people. But, oh, that one guy is really crazy! So it's like, I'm very, very curious, like, where we're going plotline-wise. And I will find out soon enough, I guess. Now, I guess one thing I'm curious, I don't actually know, is that like an ongoing series, or is that a complete series? Because I noticed it has like 3 seasons. 100, and there's interesting plots to be had. Yeah. Yeah, I do like, I mean, there's shades of gray, and that makes it really interesting. Which it makes something like One Punch Man extra funny, because One Punch Man is like, there's shades of gray, but it makes it out to be otherwise. Like, the heroes are like very much like, oh man, we're all good, and the bad guys are all bad, and everybody's happy. But like, the awkward part is, well, the monsters tend to be basically all bad. The humans aren't all good at all. Oh boy. Actually, that's one of those funny ironies of the show, is the show literally opens on a monster that was spawned into life by the planet itself because humans are polluting it too much and they need to be eradicated. Actually, a very large number of monsters are spawned from pollution, and they're just there because of human greed. And actually, even worse, a lot of most monsters are just humans that turned into monsters because they're evil. Which I guess that kind of makes sense why not all humans would be good in the series, is, you know, they're bad enough to become monsters. But anyway, I'm almost done here. But no, yeah. So yeah, that's definitely the thing. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, that's right in Saitama's backstory. Is what is his name? Crabalite or whatever is. I ate too much seafood and turned into a crab. It's like, I guess just gluttony turned him into a crab, man. Now you all know my backstory. I don't really wear tighty whities like that, though. Briefs or whatever they're called. Boxers, man, boxers. Though, I can't remember. Do I have boxers or boxer briefs? I think they're just boxers. Anyway, I'm tired and saying stupid stuff. Anyway, yeah, it's like, it is still funny though. It's like, oh man, I don't like to commit to like this block of time. Then I watch like 800 episodes of One Piece in a year. It's like, oh, I think the most I binged One Piece was like 10 episodes, maybe 15 episodes in a day. I don't know if that's, maybe less than that, probably less than that. I don't know if that's possible. He went bald somehow. Yeah, it's so good. That is one of my favorite series, right? Actually, I would say One Punch Man is my favorite series. It's actually one of the... Actually, it's like one of the only I've ever read the manga of. And the only one I actually actively keep up with the manga of. I keep up with the webcomic, man. The webcomic. It's so good. Yeah, just going on a tangent here as we approach midnight, and I'm done now, it seems. Let me get a good view of this. I'm not quite done, but yeah, I'm done for tonight. So I I like the various comically, like the theory crafting. So there's a couple funny, so even though, you know, it's basically a parody series, or not parody, it's satire. There's actually a distinction there. For the most part, but you know, it's interesting because it's formatted as if it's a shonen type thing, but it's not that demographic, and it's comedy, and makes fun of all the tropes, but it makes itself seem like it is, so that it just makes it funnier. Because everything's so serious, and then you've got Saitama. Just Saitama. Like, Genos is, like, going through, like, a hero's, like, a growth pattern, but then you got Saitama. But anyway, so I like some of the kind of joke theories. Some of these are ones I thought of, but I think I've seen a couple other people talk about them too. The, oh, that does look kind of nice now. Well, it kind of looks a little lame. The idea that one concept is Saitama, there's that whole, like, oh, the limiters and everything. I gotta add some more shapes to the actual house, but the tree itself looks good. Yeah, the series, even in the anime so far, has talked a bit about limiters and how Saitama, quote, quote, broke his limiter, I think has been discussed. What the heck? And the theory there is that he was so incredibly pathetic. Like, okay, every creature has a limit to how much it can grow. And the idea is that Saitama was so incredibly pathetic that his limiter was so incredibly low that his tiny, terrible, like, poor quality training was all that it took to break his limiter because it was so low. It took very little, it took very little effort to push himself that far. There's also the comical theory that it wasn't his training that made him bald. He just went bald. There's also the theory that, there's also the theory that, Saitama is actually a monster. Because many monsters were turned into monsters through obsession. Like, for instance, you know, the dude obsessively ate too much crab and turned into a crab. There was the guy that turned into a car because he was obsessed with vehicles. Like, so many people turn into monsters through obsession. And Saitama was just so obsessed with becoming a hero that he became, or becoming the best hero, I should say, that he became a monster that's the best hero. And now, and that's why he's unhappy. He's a monster. Which also explains why he went bald, because monsters tend to become ugly, and generally in the series, characters consider him ugly. Like, well, not too ugly, but like the baldness is not a good look for him. It would be really funny. And the funny thing is, thinking about it, I don't think they'll ever actually explain Saitama's power in a serious way. Because I don't know if that falls under, like, the explain the joke issue. Yeah, like Gold's saying there. Limit breaks, if you're thinking about it, it's like Saitama, all of his moves are limit breaks. If you're going by Final Fantasy VII. But then he's got, because everything's limit break powered, then all, like, the limit breaks then have limit breaks. It's so bright for 5 a.m. Lols. Anyway, I can talk more about One Punch Man in another stream. I have to go to the bathroom very bad. This is the end of the stream, and I don't want to, like, BRB No, I'm not doing it. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I really need to go to the bathroom. Bye. See ya. Well, I'm dying. I'm dying, squirrel. You use infinite limit breaks. Oh no, but aren't you getting bored of fighting? I'm dying, Squirtle. Squirtle, I'm dying. Squirtle. Ah. I need to put my headphones on so I can hear. It's so bright for 5 a.m.
Don't call Horton Here's a Who at 5 a.m. or this'll happen.